hit by a bear in the neighborhood. Call Joe Murray.
I happen to trust Joe Murray.
First time I ever met Joe Murray was at a...
All right, welcome in 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray with you for another full show tonight. No interruptions, no games, play no games, play no games. Instead, you get me and Skaz all night long. I won't sing. I could later, though. But we're here, and we're talking, and we want to hang out with you at 617-779-0985. That's the phone number. You just call, you give your name, what you want to talk about, and we'll go right to you. It's us tonight. We're very, very lonely. It's just you guys are lonely, and we are too. It's very empty here tonight. Very empty. So it's just us, and you can join us on YouTube. Just go to youtube.com, search 98.5 The Sports Hub. Boom, you'll see me right there. I just logged in at the moment. I already see our friends in there hanging out. We got Brian Griffin. We have Dave. I've never met Dave before, but hello, Dave. And our opening take, which is presented by Super Service today. Don't you guys need a water heater? What do you need, a heat pump? What do you need? Call my guy, Tim. He's over at Super Service today, day or night, and always done right. Visit superservicetoday.com. Well, where are we starting tonight? We're leading off with the Red Sox are hot. The first sweep of the season comes on the road in Detroit, and they did it in shutout fashion. And I have some numbers regarding the Celtics in shutouts this year. Would you believe me if I told you they have the most in Major League Baseball? I'll get into that coming up in just a little bit. But how about that defense last night? Number one defense in Major League Baseball. Did you think that a Red Sox team could be that? Well, they've certainly been that under Chad Tracy, who's taken over. And when you look at it, was this series about the Tigers being bad or the Red Sox being good? I think it was about the Red Sox being good personally. We'll touch on all that, but the Red Sox are a game and a half back out of a playoff spot at the moment. They're 5 games away from 500. They've homered in 10 of their last 13 games. I mean, just think of the pitching they've had in the Tiger series. Starting pitchers against the Tigers in the series. Peyton Tolley went 7 innings, gave up 0 earned runs. You'd consider Brian Bayo a starter, right? Even though he had an opener. He went 7 innings, gave up 1 earned run. Last night, Sonny Gray comes in, didn't do a rehab start, gave him 5 solid innings on 70 pitches, no earned runs. In total, the starting pitchers have given you 19 innings and only 1 earned run with an ERA of 0.47. And I mentioned being tied for the most shutouts in Major League Baseball. That is a wild, wild stat. But Sonny Gray last night returns, 5 innings, 4 hits, did have the 2 walks, but had 2 strikeouts. Wasn't sharp. He did improve as the game went on. He got some really good defense last night. Right, Willier Abreu made some nice plays, and Raffaello made some nice plays. You're getting good defense from everybody at the moment. But it kept the Tigers off the board. In 70 pitches, great. Great. The Red Sox are getting hot, and today they placed Roman Anthony on the injured list with a hand injury, not a wrist injury. So I like to use a lot of those injuries when it comes to the wrist, etc., for drive line or those type of launch angles, things to that degree. Okay? Nope, it's the hand. So we'll see where it goes. He did talk tonight about his hand and where he was at the moment. So I'll keep you posted on that in a little bit. We'll let you hear some of that sound when it comes from Roman Anthony. But I'm not trying to make this a hot take or create drama when I give you this. But are the Red Sox better right now without Roman Anthony? Think about that for a second. I'm sure your initial reaction is, no, Joe. No way. But look at it now. things have started to settle in a little bit with Chad Tracy. Jaron Duran can play left field. He can be the leadoff hitter. You can play Yoshida at times. More, really. Now, I know that Marcelo Meyer and Yoshida didn't play against the lefty the other night, but are things starting to at least even itself out when it comes to the roster? I think they're playing better baseball right now. The numbers obviously dictate that. I didn't think it would dictate it without Roman Anthony. So I ask you this on our opening take tonight. Are the Red Sox better right now without Roman Anthony? They're not going to win a World Series without Roman Anthony. And I get that, all right? So don't give me that crap. Right now, has Roman Anthony done anything to be in the lineup every night? Is his power numbers there? I know he likes to get on base. But the way they're rolling, winning 3 in a row and they're doing it without Roman Anthony, that's a shocker to me. So I do ask, are the Red Sox better right now without Roman Anthony? We'll leave it there at 617-779-0985. We do want to get into some of the numbers regarding the Red Sox right now because I didn't realize how much improved they are. And is it because Alex Cora is no longer here? I think it certainly has something to do with it. It's funny how all of Cora's guys were fired and the hitting coaches, etc., but not the pitching coaches. Yet what has been leading the way for the Red Sox over the last couple of games? They're pitching. I mean, they're playing a 4-game series right now, and they don't even know who their pitchers are going to be at the end of the series. But between Ranger Suarez, Peyton Tolley, I mean, Brian Bayo is going to probably get another start. Sonny Gray. They're getting great production from their rotation. Their bullpen's been pretty solid too, and now their hitting's coming around. And only a game and a half back of a playoff spot. After the horrendous start, after how bad things had to get, so they fired their manager? And doing it without Roman Anthony? To me, they're the Chad Sox, baby. Coach Trace has taken over. And the Red Sox they got off a sweep, begin a 7-game homestand, and now they're going up against the Rays. Let's see how they do in this series with a rookie on the mound tonight in Jake Bennett. I looked it up before the game tonight. The Rays struggled to hit lefties, batting .205 their last 10 games against a lefty. Generally, I would fade a rookie who did well in his first start, now going on his second start with a little bit of game tape. But the way the Sox are playing, they're favorites tonight in this game. Let's see if they can do it again without Roman Anthony. So we'll leave it there at 617-779-0985. I see you guys on our YouTube as well. Just go to youtube.com and search 98.5 The Sports Hub. I got Skaz here. It's just us, baby. It's just me, you, and Skaz. And oh, what a great defensive play, but not good enough. Of course, Trevor Story. They're like the Bopsy twins, guys. You know? Like the Bopsy twins. If anyone understands that reference from last night. All right. We'll take a quick break. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. More Joe Murray. On the way on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Hey, guys. Let me tell you about my friends over at Bell. Tonight, starting a little bit of Sox who are on they're on ESPN tonight, but you can just stay here. Don't go there. You can watch along with me as well. Rays and Red Sox underway over at Fenway Park. The Red Sox Hall of Famers were announced. They threw out the first pitch. You see that? Johnny Damon out there. John Lester was another guy out there. I didn't actually see who else was there. It was two others, though, but I didn't. Did you see who it was?
I believe friend of the night show, Mike Timlin.
Oh, Mike Timlin. Oh, yeah, good friend of the night show.
Good friend of the night show.
Yeah.
Weird how the Red Sox can have more than one guy go in at the same time. Isn't that kind of odd?
Yeah, and I think Mike Timlin played for other teams. Won a World Series with the Blue Jays, if I don't recall, in 1992. Joe Carter, remember that?
He's also on a pretty good Mariners team, if I remember correctly.
That was after, right?
After.
So he played for multiple teams and still got in to the Patriots Hall of Fame.
I think that's correct.
Yeah, okay, but
and they had multiple guys.
Got up the Patriots.
One guy.
Gronk played for two teams.
You said one of the teams was better too.
He did say that the 2020 Bucks were better than any Patriots team. How do people feel about that one? The guy that you all voted in over Adam Vinatieri, who's the all-time point leader and actually is in the Hall of Fame. You believe that crap? Like Gronk and Brady are wicked heel turns. Right? Everyone, Gronk and Brady are the greatest of all time. Yeah, they don't care about you. They don't. But John Lester, remember, he won a World Series with the Cubs. He came back.
Got lowballed by John Henry, too.
Well, was it John? I don't know if it was John Henry or Larry Lucchino. I'm not sure who that.
Just passed the buck, yeah.
Whoever it was, it's probably from above anyway. So, Johnny Damon, remember, he took the money with the New York Yankees. What a heel turn that was, huh? Helped he hit a grand slam at a Game 7 at Yankee Stadium. Then next year goes and signs with him. What a jerk. Doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter. Skaz, I asked a question off the top. I'm kind of curious. Are the Red Sox better right now without Roman Anthony?
The Red Sox may be better without an injured Roman Anthony, but no, they're not a better team without Roman Anthony. If this team wants to accomplish anything, they need a fully healthy Roman Anthony.
That's the right answer.
Thank you.
But has Roman Anthony done enough this year where they miss him right now?
No, I think the IL is probably the right spot for Roman Anthony right now. I think he needs to, get healthy and get right.
You know who I talked to today?
Who would that be, Joe?
Hogdale.
We're big fans of Hogdale.
That's all I kept telling him. I didn't want to hear any of his things. He called Caleb Durbin a soft squirt gun as far as his batting ability, which I thought was very good. He said he would shoot Yoshida to the moon when Anthony comes back.
Yoshida's been pretty good as of late.
I know, but he still says he'd shoot him to the moon. He was great, actually. So I want to get Hogdale on this show someday. But he just live watches games and reacts. I think he's got better calls than some other guys. I mean, I'd rather listen to his call. The national ESPN game's on tonight.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Unfamiliar.
I don't either, but Hogdale was great. He also didn't agree with my Roman Anthony take, but he did say that Roman Anthony hasn't done enough right now where they do miss him. And that's where I'm at. That's where I stand on it. But I don't know if you saw these WAR numbers either, guys. Who would you say is the highest WAR for the Boston Red Sox this year?
Wilyer
Abreu, 1.9. Do you know who's second?
Wilson Contreras?
It is Contreras.
Look at that.
Third is Roman Anthony.
Ness and Joe wearing off on me. I'm paying attention.
That's right. Well, we have to.
Nothing else
They're
going
back.
on.
No, they're back.
Thanks, Bruins. Thanks, Celtics.
Dude, they win tonight. They're 4 games back from 500.
I'm shocked you didn't want to start with Vrabel tonight, Joe.
We will do that. That's coming up soon. Where else am I supposed to go with that one, though?
I know, right? It seems like they may have had something going on between the two of them.
Just so I got this timeline right. There's photos of them from 2020 together.
It seems to be a couple sets of years of photos with them together.
And then 2021, they're together on a boat, and she's preggo.
That does seem to be the case, apparently, allegedly.
So it means that they knew each other in 2020.
I think that is safe to assume.
Okay. So 2020, 2021, I'm sure there's photos from 2022 in there, maybe?
They have not surfaced yet, Joe. I've not come across my desk.
Maybe that's the next thing that comes out is 22.
Seems like there's a couple next things to come out.
Then 2023 will happen. Because the 26 and 5 maybe already are out there.
There's going to be an interview at some point, I would have to imagine, a big sit-down.
We need Oprah.
Joe, I think those days are long gone. I think we're looking at like a caller daddy situation or something like that.
Like an Andy Cohen?
Yeah, maybe Andy steps up. I don't know. Where's Jim Gray when you need him? You know?
So Maury Povich and Connie Chung might not be in this one?
Is Maury still going? Is he retired? I feel like he's. I don't know, but
he's big on you are not the father.
He certainly is big on that.
He is kind of the guy, actually, when it comes to that. Yeah, Andy Cohen would be my choice.
He'd be your leader in the clubhouse?
Well, Seacrest could be another.
Yeah.
Who's like a sports person? Oh, Jim Gray.
Jim Gray.
Mike.
Diana.
I know Mike.
Mike knows Diana.
Mike knows Tom. Tom knows Mike. And we had a dinner. And we had a baby. Sorry.
I mean, what's a boat trip between two friends, Joe?
It's boats and Joes is what I've always said. What was that? The Nina, the Pinta, and Santa Maria.
Yeah, that would be stepbrothers, yes.
We'll do more on that coming up a bit. Jaylen Brown also talking again. Why is he messing with our guy Stephen A?
I'm Team Jaylen in this one.
Oh, I'm Team Stephen A. I can't wait to talk about this. Come on. Oh, no. All right. We'll do it in a bit. Let me give you some Sox numbers real quick. The Red Sox at the moment have won 3 straight games. They're 7-4 with a 2.57 ERA their last 11 games. I mentioned Suarez, Tolle, Bayo, Gray have all combined 1 earned run in 23 innings. The Sox have only made 4 errors in their last 21 games. The American League stinks, everybody. They're a game and a half back. I mentioned that. You know what else is weird? The Red Sox are 0-3 against teams above 500 this year. They've only played 3 games against teams above 500. That's fewest in Major League Baseball, so that might even out. Marcelo Meyer's been hot. Last 7 games, he's batting .304 with a .360 OBP, 7 hits, 1 RBI. I mentioned the WAR leaders. Wilyer Abreu, 1.9. Wilson Contreras, 1.5. Roman Anthony, 1.1. But here are the Red Sox ranks on offense since Pete Fatse was dismissed. They're 12th in batting average, 247. They're 4th in extra base hits. They're 8th in OBP, 330. Their slugging percentage is their issue, 23rd right now. OPS, 18. So, I mean, there's some good numbers here to show that they're a better team since Alex Cora. And they're 1.5 games back of a playoff spot. Let's get your thoughts, and I'll throw that Roman Anthony question back out there. Are they better right now without him? Right now. Let's talk to Jake. He's in Andover. What's up, Jake? You're on the Sports Hub.
What's up, Joe? So, yeah, I just feel like, after the smoked porking that the Bruins got, I have not heard enough from any of the shows, really, on what the heck is going to happen in this offseason. Everything's obviously, you look at Jaylen Brown. Oh, yeah, but again, a basketball team we've seen, you could basically fix it in 1 or 2 good moves. I'm terrified about the Bruins because, again, we are old, we are brittle, and we have no offense, and we have a lot of B-level players that take up a chunk of our quote-unquote core. And I don't know how much of a, knowing puck guy you are, but, I'm looking at the unrestricted free agents. I've been doing it for days now. It's basically guys that have already committed to retirement or guys that are 37 years old or older or wash-ups of the Bruins like a Danton Heinen, a Charlie Coyle. If you remember him, Nola Chari. It's like the soup that we can rebuild this team with is not good unless we made very shrewd trades. And again, I'm for getting rid of Charlie McAvoy. I think we have seen what he is at his peak. I think it is not enough to be a defining, offensive, impactful player as a defenseman, and he doesn't have the defensive stoutness of a Chara. So he's kind of like that tweener guy, and if we package him and that pick that we got porked on, do you think we can get a legit center somewhere that's not a 40-year-old guy for McAvoy in the pick in 2028?
No. Thanks, Jake. I wasn't expecting a Bruins call off the top. I didn't realize people were really that hot on the Bruins right now. We mentioned the names the other night. You want a 38-year-old Claude Giroux? There you go. Put him in there.
Kenny Malkin.
He's a great player, great name. I'm not ready to talk Bruins, are you?
No.
Like, I don't even, no. I think they liked what they did this year, and they're going to play it out. Slightly get better. I don't think they're going to make a hockey trade. I don't think they're trading McAvoy.
No.
All right, we're in agreement. We have Pat and Lawrence. Pat.
Hey, Joe, what's going on?
What's up, bud?
Obviously, that last guy wasn't paying attention that we're not talking about Bruins right now, but,
Okay.
that's for another day. But, you seem to be, I have this, love-hate relationship with the Red Sox since, 1986. And you've been really hyping them up. And, I just want to let you know that they're going to let you down again.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to do nothing at the deadline again, and they're going to roll out the same squad and think they're going to win games, and they're not. And it's going to be a big disappointment. Until John Henry sells the team, we're going to have the same thing every year.
Okay.
So that's my hot take of the night.
So what should I do now?
I don't know what you should do now, but you got to be more realistic because they beat up the Tigers, and that isn't saying very much. And you're already looking at their record against teams over 500.
Yeah.
And it isn't that hot.
0-3. Yeah. But what did I say that was wrong?
You didn't say anything wrong. I'm just letting you know that you're hyping them up, and they're going to let you down hard.
But listen, dude, what would you do if you had a job where you had to keep people entertained?
Well, you could always talk about beefs, you know what I mean? That will entertain everyone.
Yeah, but not a lot of people know about beefs.
Oh, we know about beefs, trust me.
Well, listen, I never
There's
knew
50,000 strong that know about beefs, my friend.
Yeah, I know, but again, just so you know, I live on the North Shore now. But
that's good for you.
Yeah, that's great. But I grew up in Boston, and I didn't know about beefs.
Oh well, welcome to the North Shore, my friend.
Well, I've been there now 8 years, and I sat at a little cubicle, and I saw a place called Nick's Roast Beef outside, and I would stare at it, and I wondered why people went in there. And one day I went in there, and I paid cash, and it was amazing.
Nice. Well, if you like them, go try out Pete's in Woburn or Londy's in Peabody. Then you get a real beef.
I know Londy's. I know Pete's.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what do you want me to do about the Red Sox, though? Do you want me to...
There's nothing you can do.
I mean,
the Red Sox
dude,
they're going to keep doing the same thing every year.
I literally just gave a take that said, are the Red Sox better right now without Roman Anthony?
They're not going to be better without Roman Anthony over the long haul.
Yeah, of course. Duh.
He's out for 10 games.
Duh. That wasn't that wasn't the question, though. Are they better right now?
On paper, they might be, but
yes. No. So that's the question. That has nothing to do with being let down later in the year or any of that.
Well, it's going to happen, so don't worry.
No, that's fine. I want you to know, though, this is how I have to do my job. You're telling me how to do my job.
I understand you got a job to do, my friend.
I don't like that you're telling me how to do my job.
I'm not telling you how to do your job.
Then what do you want me to do? Then what am I supposed to do?
You know, they're going to let you down.
That's later on in the year. We got to pump, and then we get dump.
No, don't worry. They'll be doing plenty of that, trust me. Because they'll be trying to get rid of everybody. So don't worry about it.
Did you have a bad day?
No, I had a great day, trust me.
What's for dinner?
Let me see. What's for dinner tonight? I believe is a pork chop, boneless pork chop, and some sides.
All right, you think you'll feel better after you eat?
Oh, I'm feeling good already right now, so don't worry about it.
I don't know. You don't sound happy.
All right, well, good luck with hyping up the Red Sox, all right? Maybe you'll persuade some other person that they're gonna, all of a sudden magically play better. But we'll see about
Pat,
that.
I'm not saying you're wrong, bro. I just have a job to do.
I know. This is your job. I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. We gotta be realistic, though. You know what I mean?
So they're better without Roman Anthony right now, but they're going to let me down no matter what.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry about that.
Okay, and they're not going to make trades at the deadline.
That is correct.
What if they
What
do?
they do last year?
What if they do? What if they do, though? Were you going to
Well, if they do, then I will do cartwheels in front of
how's that benefit?
Game On.
How's
okay?
How's that benefit me, though?
I don't know. You'll be lucky then. You know what I mean?
Will you send me like a beef from Tessie's or something?
Oh, you want a Tessie's beef? I'll give you one from Bella's. That's even better.
Whose?
Bella's. Bella's in North Andover.
Oh, Bella. Yes, Bella's is good.
Bella's in North Andover, 125.
Yeah. I like
your beef right there.
I like La Rosa's over there. Very good.
Yeah. Well, if you want to go on
So do you want to make a
day
bet?
trip,
So you want to make a
if
bet?
you want to go on a day trip, okay, go to CNS and Pepperell, and you'll get a crazy beef.
All right. So if the Red Sox do make a trade at the deadline or before the deadline, you'll get
Call me up. I'll buy you a beef.
You'll get me a beef.
I will get you a beef, man of my word.
And then if they don't make a trade, I will just say that Pat and Lawrence is the best.
Hey, if that makes your day, then that's fine. But if they do, I'll buy you a beef on me.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you. Have a good night. So much for trying to hype up the Red Sox, guys.
And Ness and Joe can't persuade them all. That Kool-Aid.
I just got wet blanketed.
You big time. Any cupcakes over there today?
No. I talked to McCarthy about that today. Do you know why? Because I talked about it last.
McCarthy hyping up the Sox or what? What about Hogdale?
Hogdale, no. They're happier, but I don't know if there was hyper.
Yeah, this second inning might have people reeling, Joe.
I'm watching. Bases loaded right now. Rookie on the mound. Got Camarillo at the plate. Ceddanne Raphael is trying to catch balls like Willie Mays out there. You see that? Like, just use two hands.
We're going to get Joey fundamentals tonight.
I need to bring in the whiteboard.
I'm surprised you brought the glove in yet, a bat.
I know. Maybe when Manny comes. Manny Del Carmen with his Dominican Wi-Fi is what he called it.
I believe that's what he referred to it
Hyde
as.
Park Wi-Fi. But yeah,
Hyde Park taking some strays last night.
It was tough for the old town. It was tough. Some guy said Joe Murray is the only media guy I like. The team stinks, Joe. Don't take the Chiefs. I don't know where to go with this one. But you know what? I do want to talk about Jaylen Brown, though, who always says one thing and then maybe did another or said another, and I don't know what he said. We'll try to figure it out next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines.
All right, Red Sox and Rays, underway over at Fenway Park. 7-game homestand has begun. Jake Bennett's on the mound. 3-0 Rays right now. Not good. Roman Anthony on the IL. Mickey Gasper has been called.
love Boston. If it was up to me, I could play in Boston for the next 10 years. I'll say it again. I hate that Brad even had to respond to this. Like I said, me and Brad had a great relationship, and I can play in Boston for the next 10 years. I love Boston.
I don't know what to think about this anymore. Skaz telling me he's Team Stephen A. What's all that about?
I said I'm Team Jaylen Brown.
Oh, I mean, I'm Team Stephen A. You're Team Jaylen. So this is what I didn't like today. I would like to share this with everybody. Jaylen Brown is talking. We let you hear some of the stuff last night, but Jaylen last night said that he was upset that Brad Stevens had to come out and talk about it. He said he wants to stay in Boston for the next 10 years. I believe him. Does Boston's ownership want Jaylen Brown to stick around the next 10 years? I mean, it's really simple. Jaylen has 2 years left at like $5 million? And he has a extension ready, or extension eligible, I should say, in June or July. And he could get another, 3 to 5 years at $75 million a year. They could trade him now. You could trade him to Milwaukee for Giannis. It's really a swap of money. Maybe you trade a couple of picks to help out in that area. But, I mean, it makes the team different. Does it allow them to maybe move some money elsewhere? The money, guys, to me, it's not about Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum. It's not about that anymore. That conversation that we hear through the media, that I'll let you hear shortly with Stephen A., it's not about Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum anymore. I think the ownership group wants Jason Tatum. I think they want Jaylen Brown if he wants to be here. But I also know that they want to save some money. And maybe they've seen enough of Jaylen Brown to say, hey, there's been multiple opportunities where this guy hasn't come through in some times. And they want to get off of a $50 million, and why would they even want to pay him $75 million? So, at some points, guys, this has to be about the money. It has to be about the money. If they want to get out of Jaylen Brown's contract, they can do it. They're just going to lose. They're going to lose the deal. They're not going to get talent back. I mean, unless it's picks and, lottery tickets.
But are you convinced that they need to get out of Jaylen Brown's deal?
I don't think they need to. But we're talking money here, right? We're talking a team that just cut how much money? Right? Like, do they want two guys on their roster that take up over $100 million, $135 million a year when he gets his extension?
They shouldn't own the Boston Celtics if they don't.
So that's the question. I mean, Tracy McGrady.
I don't think that's a question.
Tracy McGrady, you think they don't?
No, I think that if you own the Boston Celtics, that's part of owning the Boston Celtics.
This is why I say if Jaylen Brown wants to stay in Boston, just give him the extension. Just give him the extension. What's he worried about then? Why is he popping off? Why is there popping off of Jaylen Brown right now?
I think he feels like the odd man out. I think he feels like he was left out to dry a little bit this season.
Oh, so you mean in a Game 7, maybe they didn't tell him that Jason Tatum wasn't going to play and he felt left out to dry?
I don't think it's about Game 7, Joe. I think it's about having a roster that in a Game 7 was forced to start Ron Harper Jr., Luka Garza, and Baylor Shireman.
Got it.
I think it's more of kind of a collection of things that happened over the course of the year that maybe Jaylen Brown, and I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I would lean, wrong, but I do think that if that's his gripe, I think it's a fair gripe to have, that the team did not seriously invest in you as the leader of the team, and that end result being a 3-1 home loss is now pretty much squarely on Jaylen Brown's shoulders, and I can see why he would not love that narrative and how the roster was constructed with him as the number one. I think that's fair.
So this is what happened today with Stephen A. Stephen A said he needs to be quiet unless you're trying to get traded. And then Jaylen Brown says, I'll be quiet. Stop screaming if you'll be quiet. And retire, and let's give the people what they want. He then says, bro, I got love for you. So I'm not going to even go there. Folks are looking out for you, and you don't even realize it. Here you are making this kind of noise, and it hasn't even been a week since you lost a 3-1 lead. You're home, a champion, and a finals MVP, saying his favorite season is the season he's home in the first round? This is not about me. It's about you and what you said. Enjoy your offseason. You didn't like that, huh?
I never said I didn't like it, Joe. I just don't think Stephen A. Smith is ever in a position to tell anyone they need to stay quiet. I think, him being the messenger is just a little tough for me there to take Stephen A. seriously when he's telling professional athletes to be quiet, because that's the whole reason Stephen A. Smith has a job is to talk about these exact scenarios. I agree with Stephen A. Smith that if Jaylen Brown wants to be a leader and viewed as a leader, leaders don't get on the internet and whine and complain after they blow 3-1 leads. So point Stephen A. Smith in that one. But I think they both look like losers in this scenario.
So Jason Tatum was on First Take, right?
He was.
Jaylen Brown was not.
Jason Tatum was on First Take?
That's what Stephen A. said.
Oh, I missed that, Joe.
I must have missed that too. How come Jason Tatum hasn't been on Jalen's podcast?
How come Kevin Garnett wasn't there last night?
Yeah, remember he was promoted to be on?
Yeah, at 3:30.
What happened to that?
And then at 7. And then at 8.
What happened?
I'm just asking the questions, Joe.
Would you like me to reach out to the big ticket?
You want to ask Kevin for me?
Hey, ticket, what happened? I don't know if I can reach the ticket.
No?
I can try, though.
Appreciate the effort.
I don't know if I could try. Paul Pierce. He's got a great weed farm.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. He's got some other issues going on right now.
Yeah, well, don't we all?
So I don't want to bother him at the moment. But can we at least be critical that Jaylen Brown is publicly tweeting?
Yeah, he's acting like a loser. I don't like that.
I don't like that either. This ain't over.
No.
This is what we're going to have this summer, Skez. As the Red Sox tie the game 3-3. They're going to let us down anyways, though, right? They're going to let us down anyways. Was that Caleb Durbin?
That was the little guy.
Was that what Hogdale called him, a water pistol?
Little squirt gun.
A little water pistol. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, squirt gun, water pistol, same thing, right? Ooh, what a jump job. Who was that? The ball came right at him, and he jumped, and he missed it. It was good for him. Anyways, we're watching the Red Sox. We're talking about Jaylen Brown and Mike Vrabel. Do we even want to do it? Do I even want to go there? All right, 2 minutes. I'll give it 2 minutes. 2 minutes. The Mike Vrabel story is not going away. And Kelce, you know Kelce? You heard of them before?
I think, I think one of our close friends is pretty familiar with them, Joe.
Yeah, that's right. Kelce. Kelce has the Patriots at a 38% chance to win the AFC East next season. They've also raised the percentage that Mike Vrabel will not be the coach week 1.
What's that up to?
I want to say it's saw it earlier today. I want to say it's like he's got like the 6th best odds of being the first head coach fired. I don't like that.
Don't love it.
Guys, what could come out to get him to step down or be fired?
What a loaded question, Joe. I think a couple things, certainly. Where it starts to really get a slippery slope is I've seen people doing a lot of digging. There's a lot of that going on the internet with this story. when it starts to impact, like I saw Julio Jones and his like ties to the Titans and his value and stuff like that, like that seems like it might be impacting stuff that's going on around the league. So I would say that's a pretty bad look. Obviously, the kid thing, I don't even really want to, dive too much into that one, but it seems like that may be a problem. Just a hunch that could have some lingering effects when you're a guy who preaches accountability and, leadership and, all those things. I just wonder how that translates to a locker room of 53 guys who I'm sure all have differing opinions.
I referenced you on Nesson's Boston's entered the chat today.
Wow.
Casey's shouted you out as well.
Oh, thank you.
Matt McCarthy knew who you were. Lucy,
I would hope so.
Lucy pretended to know who you were.
Oh, thank you, Lucy.
Which I appreciate, Lucy. I said that James Caramazino thinks that it's harder for the Patriots to acquire acquire Stephon Diggs because of Mike Vrabel. And I think Skaz is onto something. Flip side of that is, would you want Mike Vrabel to be your coach because you have some extracurricular activities? I never thought about it that way. Like, is Mike Vrabel a positive for the locker room because he can maybe identify with some of the extracurricular that athletes may have? Instead of focusing on the game, they're focusing on other things because they are human. We all make mistakes. Adam and Eve, you see the apple up there, don't eat it. Oh, sometimes you want to eat the apple. We're not perfect people. We aren't. I'm not. You're not. But I never thought of Mike Vrabel's stuff being a positive for a guy like Stephon Diggs, which I thought was very interesting. I think, here's another one, guys. Do you think signing Stephon Diggs would be a popular and fan favorite move and kind of take the Vrabel stuff out of the limelight? Could it be a PR move?
Sure. I mean, anything's possible, Joe. I think fans like Stephon Diggs. I think fans like, the new shiny toy at wide receiver, especially if you're going to sell fans that your new wide receiver room is A.J. Brown, Stephon Diggs, and Romeo Doubs.
That's good.
I have some Antonio Brown questions, but we can do that later in the show.
Antonio Brown?
I'm sorry, A.J. Brown. My apologies. Oh. Not Antonio. He's long gone.
He's done.
He's
gone.
Probably for good.
For good. Rob is in Bridgewater. Rob.
Hey, guys. How you doing tonight?
Hey, man.
Hey, I'm just on my way to get Thai food, Joe, which I think would be up your alley, right?
What are you getting?
But I am getting gluten-free pad Thai with chicken and shrimp and fresh rolls.
Nice. I get the Penang, like with a nice little curry sauce. Oh,
nice.
Very good.
Nice. Well, I heard you guys talking about would Vrabel get fired. I'm not sure what else can drop, but taking your, if we believe it, probably his pregnant girlfriend on a boat, COVID, is pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but more importantly, how are the Celtics skating on what should be the greatest collapse in the history of Boston sports?
Well, I think Brad said he was pissed. The Celtics are skating on one of the biggest, because of this. Yes.
Well, I mean, what's worse, right? Tatum came back. They had the team. This has to be viewed as one of the worst collapses in the history of Boston sports.
First round loss is a big. It's up there, Robin. I appreciate you. Ooh. Biggest upsets in the history of sports? Is that a tiers thing?
That feels like a tiers.
Losing as a 900 favorite's bad.
Not great.
No, there's been, the Denver Nuggets beat the Supersonics as a number one seed. This was 2 versus 7.
The We Believe Warriors won
that's
as
right.
an 8 seed.
That's right. That's a big one. All right. Well, we'll take a quick break. I see everyone now wants to call. This Vrabel thing. See what it does to the phone lines, dude? It gets everyone calling. I don't know what it is. All right, we'll take a quick break. This hour of the sports has been brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You can save 50% off your next drive through oil change. Valvoline needs an oil change. The official oil change of Busy People. Don't worry about it. It's all good, baby. That was me saying that the phone lines are open. We'll take a quick break. I'm Joe Murray.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
ba-da. Joe. Everyone's got an opinion. Just like buttholes. We all got them, man. The Celtics said they wanted more dunks. I will give you some numbers coming up on that in just a little bit. But Corey's in Rehoboth and wants to talk about the Mike Vrabel situation. Corey.
How's it going?
How you doing?
I'm doing good, buddy. So I want to talk about Vrabel for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, so everyone says, like, how Vrabel ruined his relationship, which, I mean, I get it, but, like, no one's ever talked, like, maybe, like, what's her name and him, like, do you ever think they might have, like, an open relationship? So, like, maybe nothing was ruined, and they knew about it the whole time?
Okay, let's...
And what I always think it was,
Corey, can we pause?
maybe, like, somebody who was against her or another NFL team was the ones that, like, snapped the pictures from them, and maybe it wasn't even the husband or wife.
Okay, all right. Can we pause for a second? Let's say there was an open relationship and they could do whatever they wanted. Okay, like you're saying, he's having a relationship with a female NFL reporter.
Yeah, of course.
So
which is wild.
Could he be getting information from her? Could she
100%.
Could she be tipping off information? Do you think there could be some tampering issues there?
Yeah, even like them going on the boat, like that was probably them just like trading crazy information. You never know anything.
Great, sure. So
Corey,
okay, go ahead.
I have a quick question. If there was this, supposed, rule in their relationship as you propose, why would Mike Vrabel have to leave the Patriots during the draft to go to counseling then?
Well, I mean, we all know he didn't go to counseling. That was just like a fugazi, right?
That's not true.
Yeah.
No, they went to a summit.
Yes, they did.
It was reported.
Yeah, but that was just like them to look good. Like maybe it was just like a quick, like, hey,
Dude,
we got to look good for the media.
He missed the draft. Are you not looking at the seriousness of this?
He was at the draft.
No, he wasn't. He missed the third day of the draft, dude. Where have you been?
All right, can I pivot real quick to the Red Sox?
No, you're going to pivot because you're wrong? No, we're not. You can't pivot when you're wrong.
I probably am wrong. Can I pivot to the Red Sox?
No pivoting when you're wrong. Go back to what we talked about.
Of course.
Do you think there could be some sort of tampering, information exchanged with their relationship that could impact actual football activity?
100%.
Okay, that's the story.
Yeah, 100%.
I believe the story.
That is the story, 100%. But that's why I feel like the husband and the wife didn't come out and say anything because maybe they were like game with it. Maybe they just, maybe that's.
I feel like doing my Darth Vader voice again.
I caught a little bit of that.
Did you?
It was good. I really enjoyed Steve. That was my favorite part. That was far and away my favorite part.
Steve made me laugh, but I laughed out loud by Jay Stu.
Yes, it was the Zone Beetle clip. Yes, the midday clip of Jay Stu was tremendous. But Steve, there's just something about Steve that I thoroughly enjoy.
Steve, for those that don't know, is an IT guy here.
He's our engineer. He's an engineer.
He actually is a legend in Rhode Island radio. He's worked behind the scenes on air.
DJ,
exactly. DJ. So like people of Rhode Island, like John Hamblett who worked here. When I drive around Rhode Island, I hear John Hamblett and I'm like, I pull over to the side of the road and I text him. I'm like, dude, I have you on the air right now. Those Rhode Island cats, man, they're different, huh? They're different characters up there. Like radio-wise, they're different, man. What was it? Doo-doo-doo-bop-boo. Forget what it was. Hoo-doo-doo-bop-boo. Hoo-doo-doo-bop-boo. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, May the 4th was the other night. And Fred and Hardy and Adam 12 had multiple people at the Sports Hub do Star Wars lines. And Fred had to guess who the people were. I was given Darth Vader.
Cody job to do.
There it is.
Cody job to do. Yeah, wow. Cody job to do. Yeah, hallelujah.
It sounds better in my headphones. Do we have any others out there? Do we have, is there an R2D2?
Yub nub. Yub nub.
What about Rick? Is Rick's on there?
The dark side of the the dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
That's our boss.
He didn't seem thrilled about it, I'll say.
I felt it though.
Yes, yeah.
We should get back to that later.
I could listen to the Steve one 1,000 times, I think.
See, nobody gets it. Oh, my cheeks ever hurt from laughing? My cheeks hurt, like right in the bones near the eyes, like right here. It's from smiling. No, we're gonna do that dunks thing later on. The Celtics want dunks. Giannis is a dunker. Who would have thought? I didn't realize he was 5th in the league this year in dunks. He played 36 games. All right, Garrett's on the line. Hey, Garrett.
Hey, Joe, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you, buddy.
Oh, you guys are awesome. Put me right through. So, listen, I heard you're up in the North Shore. Is that correct? I'm not trying to...
I live in Peabody. I'm from Boston.
Have you been to the butchery?
Modern Butcher or the Butchery?
The butchery.
Yeah, it's right near Honda North. Bang a right there.
It's like right off Route 1, 95, but...
Yep, I've been there. Yep.
Good?
Yeah, I like it. It's fun.
Okay. It's a family thing, but, so I'm a little biased, but my food reference is out of the way as long as you've been there.
Oh, I go to Dom's. That's where I go.
I like the steak tips, the chicken salad. Either way, I trust your opinion on foods. My general take, I feel like a Jalen Giannis trade with Tatum. I mean, I'm not for just breaking up to break up, but I don't know. Giannis isn't a shooter. Get to the rim. I don't know if Mazzulla agrees with that. I don't know if Stevens agrees with that, but that's my general take and my food reference for when you're in the neighborhood. Stop by the butchery, grab some steakhouse tips.
Do you own it?
Throw them on the grill.
Do you own that place?
It's my uncle, but
it's your uncle.
But he sells to the north end. He does well.
Yeah. So if I walk in there and say, "Hey, I know your nephew Garrett,"
they don't know me that well, but
there we go. Then never mind. Who does that?
He's my uncle, but he doesn't know me that well.
Who does that? Who does that? Who? Matt, you got to make it quick, buddy. How you doing?
Good. I just listened to that guy talking about Rossini and Vrabel, how it's an opener. It's psychopath there. Real quick, I know, Jay, I'm not a huge Celtics guy. I'm more of a Bruins fan, but I wanted to just comment about what do you think the reaction would be if, say, Patrice Bergeron or somebody on the Pats, after blowing a 3-1 series lead, commented and said something like this was their favorite season, what the reaction would be.
Jeremy Swayman, we'd crush him.
Oh, I mean, don't get me going on Swayman. I mean,
Thank you. Sorry, man. I won't get you going. Don't worry. We do have to take a break, though, because we have a special guest joining us. And, of course, you guys know I love the Revs. They're hot. And we're going to talk to Griffin Yow, who I've spoken to before. And we'll do it again next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. On the way on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub, I'm Joe Murray. We're taking you up until 11 o'clock tonight. We've touched on everything. It's funny, in the town of Boston right now, the Celtics are out of the playoffs. The Bruins are out of the playoffs. The Red Sox have had a slow start, but they're back. The Patriots are in the news for the reasons you don't want, even though they just had the draft. But the hottest team in town, no doubt about it, is the New England Revolution right now. And joining us here on 98.5 The Sports Hub is Revolution forward. He also plays a little bit of wing. It's Griffin Yow, and he's here on the Sports Hub. Griffin, how you doing tonight? I'm Joe Murray. How are you, bud?
I'm doing well. How about yourself, brother?
I'm hanging in there, man. I was just saying, with all the sports in Boston right now in the area, the Revs are hot, man. Tell us about it. 5 straight games. You guys have won 5 straight at Gillette Stadium. You won 1-0 over the weekend or last weekend against Charlotte. You got Philadelphia coming up, man. Like, you guys are hot, dude. Like, you're the hottest team in town.
Yeah, no. We're feeling really good. I think the team camaraderie and also Marco as the new coach has really helped everything kind of come together and fit the perfect package. On and off the field, the team is super, super tightly knit. So I think that, again, kind of shows on and off the field. And yeah, we're getting it done no matter what happens and no matter how pretty or ugly it is, we're getting the results. And I think at the end of the day, that's all that matters. So we're feeling great.
So you mentioned Coach Marco. If I know a little bit about your background, would you start out at that DC United in their program? Came up through them, and then were in Belgium last year. And did Coach Marco? Did he coach you at one of the what was it, the juniors, or is it US? I'm trying to remember. You guys had a relationship in the past before now, right?
Correct. Yeah. So I played at DC United for a little bit, and then I was in Belgium playing overseas for a bit. But Marco actually coached me at the Olympics over the summer in Paris. And so that's how I know him. And I had a couple of camps with him before that. But yeah, we have a really, really good relationship, and I really have nothing but super positive things to say about Marco as a man and as a coach.
Is that what? Did you leave Belgium for that reason? Did you want to come back to the United States? What was? Tell us about Belgium being there, and then what made you come to play for the Revolution?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was always my dream, and as a young footballer, I think it's a lot of young footballers' dreams to experience overseas and to play in Europe, and to just get that experience. To be honest, but when the opportunity came with the Revolution, and then when Marco called, it just seemed like it checked all the boxes. With him being the coach, with the team, really having an interest in me and everything else, it just seemed like a really, really good opportunity that I honestly just couldn't pass up.
So you played in Belgium. So technically you're 23 years old, but have played professional sports for the last 7 or 8 years. So are you considered, do they call you Unc? Like, here you are 7 years, but you're 23 years old.
It's funny. Yeah, it's funny you say that. I've been playing since I was 15. So yeah, it's been a while. I've been a professional, and so some of the younger guys do actually call me Unc, but they kind of say it as a little bit of a joke because they know that I'm still super young. But in their eyes, I've been a professional for quite a while. So it is funny that you say that.
It's funny. So we're the flagship. We play all the Revs games on our radio station that we're on right now. And I've talked to Peyton Miller. Eli Feingold was interesting because I had to drag things out of him, but as he got comfortable, he was better talking to me. But I love Brooklyn Reigns. The guy's kind of a character. But he mentioned you, and he mentioned how he might be a little younger than you, but you guys have been around professionals for a while. But he mentioned that on the team, some of the younger guys are getting on the vets are getting on the there's no, you're mentoring some guys, but it's the younger guys like yourself that are also carrying the load with some leadership there. Is that, at least he said that. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, no, for sure. I think I like to look at myself as a little bit of a bridge, to be honest, because I'm able to get along really well with the young guys and also the vets for sure. But to be honest, the
like the Brooklyn Reigns and Peyton and Eli and Dorr and Ethan and all those guys. Those are like, super close friends. But I also have a really good relationship with some of the vets. And so I kind of look at myself as a bridge to be able to kind of connect both groups. And it's super nice and it's super fun because, the locker room, everyone gets along, although you do have your groups of, younger and older and more of the South American guys, but everyone really, laughs with each other, gets along. So it's a really, really good group. And, all the older guys like to look at the younger guys, myself, Brooklyn, Peyton, and kind of just like laugh at some of the shoes we wear or the way that we talk or the music we listen to. And, it's just a super good environment. And I think, that camaraderie in the locker room kind of shows on the field because, everyone is so tight-knit. Everyone's real willing to fight for each other, play for each other. And I think that's really reflected in the season's results and, just the way that we've been playing.
And, you guys have some Diego Fagundes, right? The guy was like the first guy I ever watched playing soccer locally here. And here he is. He made a return back. I mean, Carlos Hill last week, guy got you the penalty kick to go up 1-0 in the game, Matt Turner. Like you think about those veterans and some of the younger guys who really aren't younger guys, man, it's kind of a really good mix on the team. And seems like it's working right now. Everything's going the right way under Coach Marco.
Correct. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think you just expressed it the best way that you possibly could have. I mean, and these, so-called vets that we have, not even so-called, real vets that we have, the names that you just named couldn't be better guys. They have every reason to, be cocky and to kind of hold a grudge or to, put themselves on a little bit of a pedestal, but they don't. I actually sit between Carlos and Diego. And, I mean, these guys could not be nicer guys. From the moment that I walked in the door, Carlos was, so supportive, so nice, so welcoming, and, super down to earth. And Diego, when he joined, because he joined while I was already here, but, he really, really is great to talk to. I'm able to joke with him. I'm able to relate with him. I'm able to ask him for advice. And Turner as well. I was his roommate for the first couple weeks in preseason. And I have nothing but great things to say about these guys. And I think that really, really helps the team and the locker room. I mean, if you have guys that are vets and that have, accomplished so much in their career and they kind of put themselves on this, on this pedestal where it's like, it feels like no one can talk to them. It feels like no one can say anything to them. It's difficult, but that's not the way that it is in the Revs locker room. And so I think that just goes a really long way, to be honest.
What would you say is the biggest difference from playing in Belgium to the MLS?
Oh, wow. I think and it might be a bit of a cliche answer, to be honest, but the language, the language barrier in Belgium was a little bit different, communicating with fans and communicating with some players that, maybe Belgium is half the country speaks Flemish, half the country speaks French. So it can be difficult to communicate with them sometimes. Mm-hmm. So I would say that's the biggest thing, being able to talk to fans and being able to talk to literally everyone in the locker room here, makes a really big difference. But other than that, football is football. I think everything else is fairly the same.
All right, we're talking about Revolution Forward, Griffin Yow. So are you from Virginia and played it and came through DC United? Is that where you're from?
Yes, sir. I was born and raised in Northern Virginia area, and I would always travel and commute to DC to train to play for DC United.
And was this, besides playing for DC, have you ever been to Boston before?
No, I had not. Besides, an away game when I played against the Revolution, when I played for DC, I had really never been. So it's been really nice to kind of explore the city and explore the state in general, and kind of make my way around. It's nice.
So the way I like to talk to the Revs players, like I could talk to you about, you're playing 89 minutes last week with 2 shots, right? We could do all that. I want to get to know you guys. And when we had Peyton Miller on, he told me he eats 9 pancakes and takes 3 showers before every game. So that's wild. So now I'm going to ask you, do you have some sort of, what do you do before games? Do you have some sort of meal preparation? Like what's something that Griffin Yow does before a big game?
No, I mean, I think for me, what's always worked is I'm not the type of guy that likes to get super locked in and hyper-focused before games, because I think it just kind of psychs myself out. I get a little bit nervous when I do that, and I get a little bit too, into the game. I find that if I can just have fun, I feel like when I have fun out on the field, whether it's training or a game, I tend to play the best. So I like to just, I'm a religious guy as well, so I like to pray before the game. And other than that, I mean, I just I chat with guys around the locker room. I joke around, and yeah, I stretch. I get my body ready for the game, and that's about it. When I can play as free as possible and just almost feel like I'm playing in the backyard, that's when I play the best. So that's kind of just take it how it is and take it as it goes is, my preparation.
Well, Brooklyn Reigns told me he could eat 20 fried eggs at one time, and I just thought that was disgusting. So,
this guy's insane. Brooklyn Reigns will eat the biggest omelet and then have more eggs on top of that before the game, which I think is, I personally like to kind of go into a game with, not the fullest stomach of all time. I just kind of like to, eat my pasta, eat my salmon and a salad, and just go to the game. But I mean, I've seen Peyton eat a lot of pancakes, and I've seen Brooklyn eat a lot of eggs.
So you have validated all those stories that they said.
No, yeah, it's true. It's true for sure.
Like, so you're all pros, man. Like, Brooklyn's from Chicago, right? Peyton Miller's a Connecticut kid. Eli Feingold's from Israel, right? Right? Like, so like knowing all these guys, how is it just kind of hanging around with them, different cultures, diverse, just people around it? Like, it's got to be very interesting, but is that the culture of football and soccer? Like, you're just playing with so many different people from so many different places.
Yeah, I think it's nice because no matter where you're from or what language you speak or what you do, you're able to kind of relate to the next person no matter what, because you're all, professional footballers. And I think that's why especially the young guys tend to get along so well, not just because, we're young and we came from the same generation, but because we kind of experienced the same thing. And in a sense, also, that's why the old guys on this team, at least, are able to get along with the young guys, because it's like although it has been a while, they went through the same stuff that we're going through. So we're all, able to, even when I was in Belgium and with people speaking different languages, and there was only one guy that was from America that was over there with me. We're all kind of able to, like I said, relate to the same stuff, and you can fit in the same shoes as the person next to you, no matter what. So it's really easy to get along with these guys and laugh at the same jokes, and yeah, it's really, really nice.
Nice. I know you're excited. You have to be excited about the World Cup coming to town, right?
Oh, of course, especially in America.
It's gonna be wild, man. I mean, I go to a lot of Patriots games. They got those parking lots across the street, man. Now they allowed tailgating, so I can only imagine what it's going to be like here in the area. Are you living in Boston? Where are you living when you're here?
Yeah, I'm living right next to like the Seaport area.
Okay.
And that's what when I say that to anyone, they always have the same reaction. But yeah, right near Seaport, kind of near Southeast Station.
Yeah.
But I'm really liking it because in Belgium, not to put Belgium down at all, but Belgium was a little bit dry, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. It was a super nice football experience, but living wise, it's just different. The town that I stayed in was really small. They called it a village. So to now be back in America and to be staying in, a really nice city like Boston, I couldn't have more positive things to say about it. Trust me, I haven't even been able to visit, all of the good places yet.
Oh, Seaport loaded with lobster rolls, steak houses, man. Great little. What's your favorite thing?
Correct.
Is there anything you like here? Clam chowder, what do you like so far? What do you like in the area? What's your favorite food?
I mean, you said lobster rolls, so I'll just honestly, I'll feed off of that. I mean, I've been to a couple places that have served me a really, really good lobster roll. So I'm a huge fan of that. But honestly, like the good restaurants and good places to visit are endless, especially with the weather getting nice now. Able to walk around and visit a couple more places. It's so nice.
The Seaport is sundresses and Cisco out there. If you ever get a chance to go there,
correct.
You'll enjoy that area. I'll leave it on that note, man. I appreciate you, Griffin, man. Good luck this weekend. Hey, any scouting report on Philadelphia for us before we let you go?
I think we're just approaching it the same way we approach every game, doing our thing. Of course, we're going to see what Philly does. Kind of scout what Philly does and make adjustments in that sense. But I think our core values and what we need to do and sticking to our game plan as we've done so far this season, it's done us well. So we're going to stick to that and make the adjustments we need. And looking for another 3 points for sure.
All right, Revs look to stay hot this week against the Philadelphia Union. You can catch it 7:30 here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. He is Griffin Yow. Griffin, appreciate taking a few minutes, man. Nice talking with you, and good luck this weekend.
Of course, brother. Appreciate it.
You got it. It's Griffin Yow, everybody. Seaport's own. Griffin Yow. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. I hung up on him by accident. I didn't mean to. Go out to the Seaport, guys.
Trying to get our young friends in trouble, Joe.
Well,
it's a good area to be if you're a young professional athlete, I have to imagine. Nice weather down there today.
You could start at Union Oyster House.
A little seafood down there.
Play a little bowling at King's if you want. You can go dancing at one of the clubs right there.
There you go.
And you keep working your way down, Maybe you can get an Ocean Prime if you want, maybe. Maybe a little legal seafood chowder. Ooh. Cisco Brewing over there. Nice couple of drinks. Maybe you can catch a concert at the little harbor side down there.
Oh, there you go.
You can work your way back. There's Davio's over there. Make your way right down. The Seaport in the summer is where it's at.
Tough to argue.
It's tough to park, though, too. So remember that. But, beautiful. When are we going to hang out with the Revs?
I'm in on that, Joe. We got some personalities down there.
Yeah, well, I see. That's why when we have them on, do you really want me to talk about what happened at halftime there when Gales Heel had the penalty? No, I want to know what you're eating, what you're doing, what you did in Belgium. Tell me more.
I expected some waffle talk there.
Tell me. Well, we got a little pancake talk.
But
he told me that Brooklyn Reigns is crazy, which he confirmed and validated, and that Peyton Miller does eat 9 pancakes. Had nothing on Eli Feingold, though.
Nothing. We're still reaching for that.
We're still pulling it out of him. I wonder who they give us next. Anyways, all right, we'll take a quick break. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines.
All right, Red Sox and Rays tied at 3 right now in the 6th inning. Jake Bennett on. What's going on in our YouTube chat tonight? People are already saying that Weissert's going to blow the game at some point, so there's positivity. People are mentioning Yankee, Lobster, and the Seaport, huh? Near the F1 arcade in Putchak? Okay. Tenacious Tomato says, watch out for the Seaport Cougars. Do you think they'd like a 23-year-old that came over from Belgium?
No comment, Joe. Greg Weissert did just load the bases.
Oh, well, somebody has already. That was foreshadowing in our chat. We'll do in or out coming up next. We got our buddy Justin on hold. Justin, what's up, man?
Hey, Joe, I just want to give my observation. Since Chad Chasey is taking over, I think the pitching, the hitting, and the defense has been much improved, Joe, since he's taken over as manager. And I just think there's a different vibe in this team. I just wanted your thoughts and your opinion
Justin,
on my observation.
I agree, Justin. The pitching has a 0.48 ERA. Batting average is better. They're great defensively as well. I think they're running the bases more with more stolen bases. I think they're more confident out there. But what the hell was that Caleb Durbin throw at third? What was that?
Oh, you saw that, Joe.
Yes, I did. I very much saw it.
Was it a throw?
That was a slip. Remember there was a conversation about Durbin or Meyer at third? Meyer makes that play.
Durbin's been pretty good at third this year.
I have to admit, he's been fine. Has he been the ill of their sorrows? Well,
I would say defensively, no.
Oh, we got a beach ball in the field. Haven't seen one of those in a while.
Summer's right around the corner.
That's a sign. That's a sign. Oh, please don't take our summer away from us, Red Sox. See, that's what people aren't understanding about me. The guy's like, Joe, don't do it. Stop trying. They're going to let you down no matter what. I got you, bro. That's a strike. What?
How do you feel about a mound visit after 9 pitches?
Not good.
Not good.
Chandler Simpson. Who is this guy? He's been out. He's like a Punch and Judy. Oh, right up. Oh, worst spot you could put it. Sedon's got a nice little glove. Oh, whoa. Who's backing up home plate? Well, that was not good baseball. That was a little CNI single right over the second base bag. You know what? Greg Weissert needs an IL stint. Why do they continue to use him in this situation?
Who else are they going to go to, Joe?
Well, I don't know. What's Giovanni Moran doing?
He's starting.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Who else is there? What about Colom's already on the IL, so we can't use him. Well, who else is there? What about that other guy, Gamboa? Oh, they already took him down.
The great Gambini there, Joe?
Yeah, he's gone. So it's Weissert or nothing, essentially?
Apparently so.
Guess what happened? All right. Well, let's do some in or out. We haven't done any. We haven't done an in or out in a couple of nights, right? Oh, no, we did it 2 nights ago.
Yeah, I think last night we got caught up in the time.
Yeah, I always get caught up in the time. We'll do that coming up next. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
What's it gonna be, McFly? Are you in or out?
More Joe Murray coming up on The Sports Hub.
Are you in or out? Gotta know without a doubt. I'm the one you need for a dirty deed. I'm the best. Success is guaranteed.
Retail price.
Pikachu doesn't need new tires.
But Pikachu
You
does
don't
not.
need an oil change.
He does not. I'm going to tell you. Now, the sealed stuff is what's... Let's take out that it's Pokemon.
Let's call it a card collection.
Would I trade my Honda that I drive?
Nice car.
Like 40, 50 grand.
You thought about it, though.
I need the car.
Need it.
I need the car.
Need it.
I don't need cards. But can I profit off that 50 grand though? Like, do I have to go to the next couple of card shows? And usually I like to negotiate deals, Kaz. I'd be like, no room, firm on everything. I wouldn't do it. I'm out. I am out. But I'll think about it. I'm out, but I'll think about it. So
all right,
50-50, no.
50-50, no. Well, one I think you may be in on. Our friends over at Betty Crocker and Bisquick are teaming up with Cinnamon Toast Crunch to release a Cinnamon Toast Crunch pancake and baking mix. Joe Murray, are you in or out on Cinnamon Toast Crunch pancake mix?
And just so you know, our friends over at In a Pickle and Waltham, they brought breakfast for when I did the morning show. And they had a Cinnamon Toast Crunch pancake that they made themselves. You know who dipped into it for? Guess what morning show worker ate the Cinnamon Toast Crunch first?
Who
and
was
again, that morning it was me, Holly, and Callahan, and it wasn't any of us.
So it was behind the scenes.
And Ryan Beaton was here.
Ryan Beaton is a very slender man. I'm going to guess it was not
Adam
Ryan
12
Beaton.
was off that day. He had the sniffies.
Okay.
I actually don't know who the other producer... And Nick Gemelli was here.
So it was either Ryan or Nick.
It was not Ryan.
So it was Nick.
Nick, with the heart issue, dipped into the Lucky Charms pancakes from In a Pickle.
Seems like a heavy breakfast there.
He told... Oh, dude, I had a chicken and waffle. They gave me some sort of banana dessert that I... knocked me out, bro. Come on, I'm in on this. Give me all the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, the Lucky Charms. How about a Lucky Charms Cinnamon Toast Crunch crossover?
It's a lot going on there.
Would you mix any cereals?
Yeah, some, but not Lucky Charms and Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I think my number one cereal, OG, is Frosted Flakes. Because they're just flakes of frosting with milk.
It's right in the name.
And you can drink the milk after. But like just OG, simple, nothing, not, I used to love Corn Pops as a kid.
I like the Pops.
Corn Pops were good.
Apple Jacks were great as a kid.
Yep, they sticky though. A little sticky. Remember they used to come in those little kids 6-packs? Maybe I'm older than you, but no, you could get like a pack of
like you see at the hotels almost.
They'd be like those little ones, yeah, but they'd come in 6s, so you could get honey smacks, Cheerios, Frosted Flakes, Count Choculas, Lucky Charms, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, 6 in one little batch. Maybe I'll talk to Street Team Joe about a crossover.
Well, Joe, it has been a couple days since we've done In or Out. So there are things we missed. The Met Gala. We did not really do any talk
there
on the Met Gala, but somewhat sports related. The New York Knicks players were turned away from Madonna and Sabrina Carpenter's Met Gala after party. Joe Murray, are you in or out on Madonna and Sabrina Carpenter telling the Knicks to get lost?
Oh, Madonna had to be behind that. I mean, she's dated plenty of athletes. Jose Canseco,
A-Rod, right? Yeah.
Didn't Madonna's daughter date... Who is the Michigan guy that... Chase Winovich? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. No, for real. Why do I know that?
Former Patriot draft pick.
That's probably why I know that. Hey, the beach ball moment made it on Nesson tonight, even though the game's not on Nesson. Sabrina Carpenter can do whatever she wants right now, right? Why were the New York Knicks trying to go? Did they off their win?
I believe so, yes.
So who on the New York Knicks would you allow into the party?
Brunson,
Who would you allow in?
Brunson for sure, Cat.
Does Josh Hart get invited?
No, I don't think Josh Hart's getting in.
What about the other guy that played for the Knicks? I mean, the Nets. Who'd they trade for? The big
OG? Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, he doesn't.
For that contract?
OG Anunoby better rest his hamstring.
Yeah, that's true. Can't be cutting up the rug with that hamstring.
Mike Brown?
I'd rather if Thibs there. Imagine him at the Met Gala. Just looking like a slob.
Now I can see why the New York Knicks weren't invited. Like, you probably had to tell Madonna who Jalen Brunson was.
Do the Knicks lack star power? I'm surprised that Stephen A. didn't lead off with that after this story.
Do they lack star power? I mean, between Patrick Ewing and Charles Oakley back in the day and Mason.
Now you get Timmy Chalamet and Stiller courtside. That's they show them more than they show Brunson half the time.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yes, I'm in.
Joe, something else I think you might be in on because you sent this one of the first things set in our Slack channel today, and that is Jersey Thursday, a tweet from DJ Pauly D. Jersey Thursday is officially here. Catch the premiere episode of Jersey Shore Family Vacation tonight, Joe. So, Joe Murray, the return of Jersey Shore Family Vacation. Are you in or out?
In, but I'm not watching. I'm like, it's gonna be on all the time. That is a Saturday nap day. Nothing on TV. Jersey Shore. Where are they? Are they staying in this? Like, imagine those rich people staying in that same house. You know what? Even when I went to Vegas, I don't want to like Sarge was like, dude, you can stay in my room, and I was like, I'm not staying in your room, bro. I'm an adult. You mean to tell me
sharing hotel rooms? For
you mean
Joe
to tell
Murray.
me they're gonna live in the same house, all of them? I would dread that. How much are they getting paid for that? What, DJ Pauly D? You know how much money he makes doing DJ appearances? At Big Night Live, he's probably getting like $150,000 a whack. I bet you he makes more than that. DJ Pauly D brings in the audience. I don't know. We all want to know what Ronnie's up to, right? Is Sam
not
gonna
doing
be,
too well?
Is Sammy Sweetheart going to be there?
Joe, I don't know.
What about Angela?
Angela? I don't know if I remember Angela.
Is Staten Island... yeah, remember the girl? She was on the original year, and they kicked her off, and they brought her back.
I don't know. I'm
and then there's
not too familiar.
Dina.
I remember Dina. Snooki, I remember.
Jay Wow.
Of course, Jay Wow. Big fan.
Am I missing somebody? What about Paul,
Vinny?
Vinny. Is Vinny's uncle going to go? He's a creep.
You remember much more than I do, Joe.
Oh, I watched them all. Remember the stalker that they had? You at the T-shirt store? Imagine that. Dude, Skaz, imagine if they're like, dude, we're going to give you like $1 million. You're going to spend the summer in Jersey on the boardwalk. We're going to get you a job working at a T-shirt store. And we're going to give you all the money to drink as much as you want and eat whatever you want all summer long and give you a pool in the backyard. Would you do it?
I think I'd have to say yes, Joe. I'd be
You'd
crazy.
be a great character in
Crazy
Jersey Shore.
not. I don't know about that, but
I'm
pretty Italian. That's the only thing I got going for me.
I actually, Skaz.
Think I could do a little GTL down there, Joe?
You'd be Jim Tantlaundry. You'd have a duck phone.
Oh, yeah. Cabs are here.
Yeah. The smush room.
And the note, Joe.
Like,
the note.
think of all of that. Think of, like, that. Reality TV's huge, right? It's been huge. But Jersey Shore, you're right, the note. Who doesn't remember the note? Right? Who doesn't remember the note? Who doesn't remember when Mike hurt himself and hit his head off a wall?
Yeah, the situation had some rough times.
Ronnie, remember he tried to knock him out?
Well, yeah. Ronnie, yeah.
And then whenever Pauly, I didn't know if Pauly was serious or not all the time. Cabs, yeah. T-shirt time. The show ruled.
Very good show.
How the hell are they getting them all back together?
It's got to be.
Where
nice
are they
paycheck.
staying? This is why I want to watch. Next. In though.
All right, Joe. In terms of things no one asked for at all, we have another boxing match, Joe. Joe, do you remember the internet personality that was Bob Menery?
Yeah.
Bob Menery is going to fight Johnny Manziel in a boxing match. Joe Murray, are you in or out on Bob Menery versus Johnny Manziel?
I'm out, but I'm betting Manziel. Bob Menery, great voice. Does a lot of videos, right? I follow him. Is that him doing that?
Massive
voices?
tool. Yeah, I think so. That was kind of how he got his start.
I like his stuff. But he's a massive tool. I don't know that.
Yeah,
But isn't Johnny Manziel?
Yes, yeah.
Johnny Manziel's in good shape. Big card guy. I bet you he'd trade a car for a card. It was Angelina. Who did I say? Angelica?
Angelica.
You remember Angelina?
I do remember Angelina now.
She
that
was
you
the
say
Staten
that, yes.
Island. How do I say it? Hey, whoever just pitched, he's another guy they could have used. Zach Kelly. He's a guy. What did you ask me? I'm out. I don't want to watch that. Who cares? Who cares about Johnny Manziel anymore? Out. Bust. Anything else?
That is going to wrap up a Thursday night edition of In or Out.
I had one last night that I thought we should have done, and I don't know. Let me find it. No, there was one last night that I thought we should do. Oh, moving the college football season. So usually week 0 is on that Saturday. They want to move it up to Thursday and have the season actually end the day after New Year's. Your thoughts? In or out?
I think I'm in, Joe.
What about Hocus Pocus 3?
They bringing Bette Midler back?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm in.
Oh, no, out.
Yeah, you're not
The last one was horrible.
I don't remember the second one.
Out.
It was that bad.
They made Bette Midler sing a song that wasn't even hers. What was the name of the song? It was horrible.
Did you watch it on a plane?
Out. Yes. Out. Hocus Pocus 2 was trash.
No, maybe they come back with a better third one then. I've never seen the second one.
The song. It was the song that got me. Does Derek know what I'm talking about? The song. What was the? Hang on. It was so Skaz. It was bad. All right. Here we go. Hang on. No, we're not going to break. I need to know this. Hocus Pocus 2 song. One way or another. Horrible. It was the worst song. I couldn't believe how much money did Bette Midler get paid to sing that song.
Not enough.
I felt as though that I turned it off after that. You know that? I wanted to give Hocus Pocus 2 a chance. Salem, Massachusetts.
Did you go from that to Space Jam too?
I did. Space Jam was well, actually, the Space Jam movie was worse than the Fast and the Furious, right? I've told you about this?
Yes.
The Hocus Pocus, there was another flight. The Hocus Pocus was horrifically bad. And I just put the song if you really want to play it. But imagine Bette Midler, right? This like famous singer, actress, like star, right? She had to get paid, dude, I'm telling you, $10 million to do this. It was horrifically bad. And they had Sarah Jessica Parker, the girl.
Enough.
Bette Midler had to sing that.
That's pretty bad, Joe.
That's she's. How you let her go that low?
From Seinfeld to that.
Bette Midler. The other girl was in Sister Act. She was the bigger.
Oh, that's right.
The
yes.
nun. She was a nun. And then there's the Sex and the City girl. So what a cast, huh?
What a cast. What a crop.
Hocus Pocus, the original, though? It holds tight. Hocus Pocus 3? I don't want to know. Stop it. Or do you think they're going to make up for it now? Do you think Bette Midler's like, it was really the one way or another that really killed it?
I think, she needs a redo.
I do too. Let's take a break. Mike Kadlick, remember him? I haven't heard from him in a while. Texted him today, and he said, "Oh, come on." So we'll do that next here on the Sports Hub.
From the Town Fair Tire Studio, this is
strong finger all up and go.
This is
For a two-hand slam.
home of the 18-time world champion.
I don't want to see that movie at all, please. But we're here until 11 o'clock tonight. And our next guest is from Sports Illustrated. He's of CLNS. He's of Dedham, Massachusetts as well. And he's joining us here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. His name's Mike Kadlick. Hello, Mike.
Joe, how are you? Thanks for having me. Got too much time on your hands now with no Celtics and Bruins, huh? You got full shows lined up.
Oh, was that a wise-ass remark right there?
That was a pre-show conversation with Skaz about how this whole city just has no sports to watch right now. So we're just kind of hanging on to the balance.
Well, that means that there's going to be more interview opportunities for you then.
I love it. I can't get enough. I appreciate you having me on, as always, Joe. Thank you very much.
Yes, I have been at the Sports Hub for 15 years, and this is the earliest that we've never had playoff games.
That is wild. I was going to ask you that once I said it. That is pretty crazy. Because it's the first time since 2016 that both teams haven't made it out of the first round, I believe. And I think that wouldn't line up with that. But, regardless, it's not good.
Well, it might be 16 now that I think about it. So it'd be 10 years, I guess.
But it might have still been earlier, given the dates and whatnot.
Yeah, it was Memorial Day. Like, we'd at least get a few more weeks.
Right.
But we're not.
Now I get to talk to you. Let's go.
Yeah. How do you feel about talking about the Mike Vrabel situation?
We're starting there, huh? Let's go.
Well, before we talk...
Rip the Band-Aid off, huh?
Before you give an opinion.
Yeah.
Do you like talking about this?
No, it's objectively awkward, if you will, to have to talk about it because there's so many layers to it, right? And the onion continues to unpeel and unravel. And, every time you either say something or you don't say something, people think you're purposely not talking about it, or you're just... at the beginning, it was, it's not affecting the football team, and then it soon starts to affect the football team. Personally, I don't particularly, avoid it. We haven't necessarily avoided it, on our podcast, for example. We just sort of waited until it affected football, and that was when, he had to step away from day 3 of the draft to go away and attend counseling and whatnot, and that's when it sort of starts to trickle into the building. So I'm happy to talk about it. It's objectively, again, not a good look for him. It's not a good look for her. And now it has, and probably, depending on what happens next, could continue to affect the team. And that's obviously not a good thing.
Well, let's keep it to that then. What forget about paternity tests, DNA, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a personal conduct violation that could be... Because Roger Goodell said it's not, right? Roger Goodell said it's a personal issue, not a personal conduct issue. Well, if we find out there was any tampering or information being shared, wouldn't that be a personal conduct issue?
I think that would be, and this is just sort of spitballing.
We're just talking.
But I would say that from a league standpoint, potentially not. But from a team standpoint, you wonder, what information he was and wasn't sharing with her to, potentially leverage other teams. And then how do Vrabel's bosses look at that, the Crafts, and do they determine that to be a reason for termination, if you will? Again, I don't think that's going to happen necessarily. Yeah. I would highly, highly doubt. I think they want to do everything in their power to keep him on as coach, but...
Do you think it would be hypocritical of the Crafts, Mr. Kraft, if they did such move?
Yeah, again, objectively, yeah. I think there's been a lot of circumstances around this team that it could be looked at that way for sure, where, rules for thee and not for me type of situation there. Yeah, definitely. But again, I think... And not for that reason. I think because the team just went 14-3, because they're heading in the right direction with an MVP caliber quarterback, because they're coming off a Super Bowl appearance. Again, ownership wants to do everything they can to let this dissipate as much as possible and to be able to keep Mike Vrabel on as their head coach. So, I understand that viewpoint of, okay, well, if he can't do that because of his past transgressions, that would make sense. But, at the end of the day, I just think they still want to keep him on because of the quality of the football coach that he is, and what they were able to do last season, and hopefully continue to move forward and do.
So Skaz brought up a point yesterday that I've been thinking about. And I'm kind of curious your take on it. With Stephon Diggs now no longer having a court hearing, being not guilty.
Yep.
Would the Patriots stay away from Stephon Diggs with the Mike Vrabel stuff going on? And two-part question. Or do you think that they could sign him and it would be a positive to distract from the Mike Vrabel situation?
It's funny you say tying it into the Mike Vrabel situation. I was just mulling this over in my own head about 10 minutes ago before I came on, because I saw a tweet about Diggs posted something on Instagram saying, he played X amount of snaps last year and had receptions and yards, whatever it was. And there was a bunch of Patriots players who were commenting saying, come back to the Patriots and blah, blah, blah. And he posted like the eyeball emojis back to, I think, Milton Williams. And so people were starting to speculate, whether they would bring him back or not. As far as if they will or won't, just that question in general, I think the ship has probably sailed. And I think it has to do more so about the fact that an A.J. Brown deal is all but finished, that fact that they already signed Romeo Doubs and they have, a couple other, Mac Hollins and Pop Douglas and guys that they maybe want to try and bring along here a little bit further rather than go back to Diggs. As far as the situation with Vrabel and whether that helps or hurts them bringing him back, my sort of thought on it was, okay, and, you mentioned hypocrisy before this. One of my things with the Vrabel thing is that his messaging from last season, he's going to have to adjust that heading into 2026 because the whole, make good decisions and you represent the team and family first type of, those sort of sayings and that message that he had, if you will, might not fly this year. And he's going to have to kind of change that tune. So you look at what Diggs just went through, and again, he was found not guilty, and that seemed, and I'm not going to get into the legality of that situation, but I think you would be open to bringing somebody back who has even had past problems or transgressions or what have you, like Diggs did while he was here, and not just this court hearing. There was also the pink bag of drugs that this station loves and things like that. So they shouldn't not look at him to bring him back because of what's gone on in the past, because the head coach has had some issues as well. So, long story short, I just don't think it's going to happen anyway because the wide receiver room is a little bit crowded, and I think the A.J. Brown deal is good as done, and he'll be here in less than a month anyway.
Okay, that brings up my next question to Mike Kadlick of Sports Illustrated and CLNS. We've heard Adam Schefter say a future first-rounder. Tom Curran on his podcast tonight with, what was it called, Patriots Talk with Phil Perry.
Mm-hmm.
Quote, from what I've heard, this is a future first-rounder, but there could be something in return that would set it up so that it's not as much for the New England Patriots to give. What could that be?
Personally, I don't know if I would do the future first-rounder for A.J. Brown. I think that's a little rich. And I look at it and they say, okay, well, we'll push it down the line to 2028. So, you don't even have to think about it until then. And who knows where you guys are going to be picking. But, in my head, it's, okay, you get 2 years of decent football from A.J. Brown. And you turn around and in 3 years from now, he's gone and you need a pick. And now you don't have a first rounder and you have nothing to build up your draft capital. So, or your roster rather. So I think the first rounder straight up is a little rich. What could come back? Maybe a mid to late round pick swap to kind of make the first rounder not hurt as bad. Maybe it's it's A.J. Brown and a fourth for a first round pick, and that kind of helps you build up your own back end draft capital to maybe move up, in that draft. So I think the number one for Brown is a little rich for my liking. But I could also, I think what Carter said is a good point where, maybe you get a little bit more back from the Eagles. I think like a 6-7 pick swap is a little, that's cheap. I don't buy those, but maybe 4 or 5 or whatever and help yourself out.
If we're picking names off the Eagles roster, let's just say they got Jonathan Grenard this year, right? From
the Vikings.
I mean, could Nolan Smith be on the block? Pass rusher?
Maybe, yeah. He was a first rounder out of Georgia a couple years ago. Right? He's a fast kid. I remember he ran a blazing 40.
But now he's passed over by Grenard.
Yeah.
And they have Zach Bond. Remember him?
Yeah, no, Zach Bond's a stud. More of a middle linebacker for them. But I mean, regardless, guys on the defense that, and they also, I wrote this up a little bit earlier this week actually for SI about some undrafted free agents who can potentially make a roster. And I was looking at the Eagles middle linebacker room because they have Bond. They signed, or they drafted Jahad Campbell in the first round last year, and then they signed Deontay Lawson.
Yep, Lawson, and they have Jeremiah Trotter, who's I like.
Yeah, so they have a loaded linebacker room as well, and I know you mentioned edge there, Joe, because that's obviously a need as well. I think they drafted Gabe Akers and signed Draymond Jones, what have you, but I still think they need a little bit more there. But middle linebacker and an interior guy in the middle of that defense would definitely is definitely a need as well. You look at Robert Spillane isn't getting any younger. Christian Ellis is heading into the last year of his deal, so maybe you go after. I don't think they're going to move Bond, but maybe Trotter or Jahad Campbell might not be on the move either, but maybe Jeremiah Trotter is someone that they, throw in there as a little bit of a sweetener. I could definitely see that because Howie Roseman, they load up the depth on that defense. They've done that for the last couple of years, and if anything, you can use them as trade chips as well.
All right, man. What do you know about the newest member of the New England Patriots? Their first round pick this year. Whenever I feel like I say his name, it reminds me of the Emo Limo, the commercial. Yeah. But it's really Lomo, right?
Yeah, it's Caleb Lomu. We met him down in Foxborough today. Fun kid. He speaks really well. I noticed that about him. He gave really good answers. He talked a lot about his wife actually and how they just got married a couple months ago, and she's really been along for the ride and actually picked New England as the destination she wanted him to end up at, and now they're here. So, seems like the one thing, I guess, football-wise that I took away from it, Joe, was that he's willing and able to play every position along the line if he has to. He was asked about, his transition because he played left tackle at Utah. And now people are, it's been presumed that he's going to slide in as a swing tackle and then eventually maybe try and take over from Morgan Moses on the right side. And he mentioned that he views himself as just a tackle and can play either side, and that he's worked on, shifting to the right over the last couple of months. And then he was asked as well about maybe being kicked inside to the guard position, and he said the same thing. He's willing to do anything to help the team win, and that a Super Bowl is his number one goal, which everyone should want from a young kid. So excited to see what he can do. Again, you mentioned it before, before the break that I haven't been on here in a while. We haven't really talked draft. So I liked the pick. I think it's smart to do everything, in their power to try and continue to help Drake May. And the number one thing there is protection. So even though you're off of a Super Bowl and this kid might not play a bunch in year one, I think it sets them up, for more options, if anything, for the future to hopefully put together a solid offensive line in front of Drake May.
You think this affects Will Campbell playing left tackle?
Not yet. On the Friday after the draft, I actually tweeted out an offensive line combination that people were not in favor of, and this was a future idea and more so a high ceiling, low floor type of situation where Lomu plays left, Campbell kicks into guard on the left side, and then you move Elijah Vera Tucker to right tackle where he played a little bit with the Jets. And I don't know if that's all that the best idea to have Tucker play on the inside here and then try and kick him outside after he's been hurt for so long. But the idea was more so playing Lomu at left and kicking Campbell inside, which I would only do, Joe, if Campbell doesn't have a great year this year, like we saw at the back end of last year. And I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. He was hurt. He was dealing with an injury, and he didn't play well down the stretch. But if he gets healthy, continues to work on his technique, and can be your left tackle, I don't think you move him just because you have Lomu now. I think you give Campbell the chance to play the left side, give Lomu the opportunity to play on the right, and then see what happens from there. So I think you still give Campbell 2026 at left tackle, and then depending on what he does, reassess the situation and maybe you plug him in on the left side in 2027.
I have a question on the A.J. Brown thing, and I kind of hinted at it with you earlier, Joe, but since you guys are talking about it, and we got Mike here, I don't understand why the Patriots would need to give up a first-round pick. And Mike, you mentioned that you think it's an overpay. I think it's a massive overpay. I don't really get why it's just kind of become a foregone conclusion that it's a first-round pick. Like, the Eagles have absolutely no leverage. Every move they've made this entire offseason has been pretty much screaming that they're getting rid of A.J. Brown.
Right.
And I haven't heard one other team mentioned outside of the Patriots even one time. Like, it's become such like a thing that it's, okay, the Patriots are getting A.J. Brown, it's a first-round pick. But to me, that seems like a crazy overpay.
I mean, I agree with you, Skaz. I think that, that is probably doing too much. And I think a lot of it, too, right now, all it is, and I hate to say it, all it is because it's, it's as real as you want to believe it is, but all it is reporting and sourcing and speculation. And there hasn't been any real, I guess there's really nothing behind it until you actually see it, if you catch my drift. So, like, the Eagles could be saying, we want a 1, and the Patriots could be saying, no, we don't want a 1, but Schefter's only able to report, well, they're looking for a first-round pick right now, and that's what it's expected to be. And I look at it, though, too, and it's you're right about the Eagles don't have much leverage. They trade up for Mekhi Lemon. They sign Hollywood Brown. They sign Elijah Moore. They trade for Dontavian Wicks. Like, their wide receiver room cannot fit A.J. Brown right now. So they do need to offload, and they do need to get rid of him. The only thing I worry about from a Patriots perspective is, since it can't happen until June 1, or I guess it could happen right now, but, all signs are now pointing to them not taking the cap hit and spreading it out and waiting until then. Who knows if another team swoops in? Who knows if the Chargers change their mind? Who knows if, a player gets hurt in the offseason program and a team then needs to overpay for a wide receiver to help them get over the hump and get over the edge there. So as far as, I guess, who has the leverage, I think it's still the Patriots right now, but you never know what's going to happen from now until then. But I do ultimately agree with you that I don't understand why the Patriots would just give up a first-round pick if they really don't have to. Now, there's still the idea of, okay, what is A.J. Brown worth and what can he... And I guess he's only worth what a team's willing to give up for him, but he's a player who's been a perennial 1,000-yard receiver and a couple Pro Bowls and an All-Pro, second-team All-Pro in there, I believe, as well. So, he's worth something. I just don't necessarily think it's a first-round pick, and at the end of the day, I'd be kind of surprised if it ends up being a straight up 1 for A.J. Brown. I think that's too rich. And the way Elliott Wolf and this Patriots front office has maneuvered over the last couple of years, I don't think that's something they would want to do either.
Mike, what'd you think of the draft overall?
They grabbed a driver out of the bag, they hit it down the fairway, and they gave themselves a chance to, lay up. So it was good. It was solid. They didn't. The only one I kind of have a question mark on is the Karan Prunty pick in the 5th round.
Hated that pick.
That one felt like a reach, but everything else, I mean, you look at Lomu and you look at Gabe Akers, 2 players at their position who fell down the board a little bit. Lomu was projected to go in, between 15 and 20-ish, and he fell. So the Patriots used some assets and they trade up to go get a guy that they coveted, if you will. And then same with Akers, and they didn't miss the tackle run and they didn't miss the edge run like they did a couple years ago, for example, when they missed out on the tackle run. They found themselves taking Caden Wallace in the 3rd round, right? So I liked those picks. Eli Raritan, solid player from Notre Dame, and they kind of let him fall to them as well. And then, honestly, day 3 is kind of a crapshoot, and you take guys and you need a 3rd quarterback in Morton, and Quintavious Hutchins from BC, could sneaky be a decent player. The only one I question is Karan Prunty, but sometimes and you've seen it a lot in draft season. Front offices kind of just fall in love with the guy, and if you don't know if you're going to get him, you just take him and you eat the backlash, if you will, of he wasn't here on the consensus board, or you could have waited for him, because you just never know. And if you like him that much, which I believe the Patriots do, they grab him and they they potentially eat crow later.
All right, Mike, I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
We did it earlier on my TV show. I don't know if you've seen me, Nesson. 4 o'clock.
I have.
Boston's
yeah.
Enter the Chat.
Boston's Enter the Chat.
You want to join us sometime?
I would love to.
Okay.
Hit me up. Let's go.
Okay, you don't have any contractual issues with anybody else that I need to worry about?
No, that should be all set. I'm here with you now. I don't think anyone's going to yell at me. I'll run it by the higher-ups, but it should work.
Nah, don't worry about them. All right, this was the question that was asked. What Patriot needs to take the next step or step up another level?
Ooh, that's a good question, Joe.
Mine was Christian Gonzalez, just to let you know.
You're not a Gonzo guy, are you?
I just think if he holds his side of the field down and has turnovers, it takes away one side of the field. And I thought Carlton Davis played really good ball at the end of last year. So I think that and plus the schedule is going to get harder.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that Gonzalez is going to have to take that leadership role. So when I say next step, I think he needs to be more of a leader this year.
I agree with the leadership, and I think that from what I understand, he's taken steps to try and do that and be more of a vocal leader and try and working with Vrabel on that aspect of his, I guess, off the field, if you will, game. And I agree with the turnovers as well. He's a great corner. He needs to force turnovers a bit more to really make his mark on the.
So I thought it was a good answer.
No, it is. I don't hate it. I like it. I think he's worth the contract that he's going to ultimately get. But I agree. There's a little bit of maybe they trade him, maybe they sign him, maybe they wait. And if he was what everybody tries to say he is, they probably would have already signed on the dotted line right now. So there is a little bit more room for growth there from him. Maybe this is a chalky answer, but like Travion Henderson. And I'm not huge on running backs. I don't like the fact that they used the top 40 pick on a running back last year, but they did, and that's just where they're at right now. And so when you spend that kind of draft capital on a guy and he's sort of just a whirling dervish in the backfield like he was last year and not able to read holes right and not able to be a consistently effective weapon for you on offense. I mean, he obviously had the home run hits, but it wasn't an every down basis. You spend that kind of capital on a guy, you want him to be a focal point in your offense. And Rondé Stevenson's great, and I think they're a nice, two-headed monster back there. But I would like to see Henderson take a step to where, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 5. You can throw it to him out of the backfield, and he can go get you those 5 yards and make another guy miss and get 15. So I think Henderson's one of them, and the other one, honestly, we talked about him earlier, and I'll just say it quick, is Will Campbell. Because he was good last year. He was a good tackle for the majority of the season. But if you're the number 4 overall pick and you're a left tackle protecting the runner-up for the MVP, you need to be great. And I think that ultimately he needs to take a step to try and be as close to great as possible, or else they might rethink moving him off of that position.
What's going on with Pop Douglas? Anything?
They just don't have another true slot option besides, I guess, Efton Chisholm. So, I look at you bring in A.J. Brown and you sign Romeo Doubs. Doubs is kind of do it all. Brown is going to be your de facto X.
What Kyle Williams?
Kyle Williams, honestly, would probably be another answer there as well, because you spent a 3rd-round pick on him. You need receiver help. He was like Travion last year. He was a home run hitter a couple times, but never was able to give you consistent play. I would like to see Kyle Williams take a step. Pop Douglas, I think, is what he is, Joe. And
6th-round pick. Makes a few plays here and there.
Right. And, I think, frankly, Booty, which is too bad because I think Booty's going to end up being on the outside looking in here as well with Brown coming in. Kayshon Booty was a hit in the 6th round a couple years ago, and he's going to, continue to probably have a pretty successful career because he's proven that he could go get you 50 catches for 600 yards and, a couple touchdowns a season, where Pop hasn't really done that yet. So like you said, though, it's a dart throw in the 6th round, and Pop's given you some decent play over the last couple of years. Last year wasn't great, but, if they can sort of year 2 in the McDaniels system, maybe turn into more of that slot option that, they know and love, maybe he's able to stick around for another contract.
All right, Mike. What else is new, man? Anything good?
Let's see.
Been to Gemma at all?
No, we tried to go last weekend, last Saturday. Tried to get in, couldn't get reservations. It was packed. So my wife went to make reservations. For those listening that don't know, Gemma, it's a new spot in Norwood. Just opened up in Norwood Center. It was the old Colonial cafe is what it was, and now it's Gemma. We tried to go and get in just without resis, and that didn't happen. It was like a 2-hour wait. So instead, we took the trek to Town Spa and had that on Saturday.
Yes. I loved. What a great backup plan.
Yeah, that was good. So it was funny. We were going to go to Town Spa, and then we're like, well, we're right around the corner. Let's see what Gemma looks like, even though we couldn't get the reservation, and that ship sailed. So I went and got a couple
I know a
pickle
guy.
pizzas.
If you ever need, I know a guy over there.
At Gemma.
I literally know the owner.
Get me in. All right, I'll text you. Let's go.
Have I never told you this or no? No?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, he's a High Park guy.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right. I'll give you a buzz next time. We'll make it happen.
Well, at least give me some notice, okay?
Yeah, I'm not just going to go in there and say, I know Joe Murray.
Actually, you know what? That might work.
Give me the corner booth.
No, hey, listen, that could work for some people.
Not me?
No, I'm saying, well, I'll just let me know, and I'll text my guy.
All right. Sounds like a plan, Joe.
All right, and I want.
What's new with you?
Dude, I'm here every night. I'm doing Nesson every day.
Hell yeah.
4 to 6, and then I'm here every night, 7 to midnight.
Let's go.
So
how is you like the Boston entered the chat show? It's fun, huh?
Yes.
My guy Keegan.
I like Keegan.
Keegan's good stuff.
Ooh, me and Keegan get feisty together.
Keegan was at the Red Sox.
He's at the Red Sox as well.
And he got on ESPN.
He blew off the show to go to the Red Sox game. Can you imagine that guy?
Skipping work to go to the. That's crazy.
I wonder if he got tickets from Nesson too.
He might have. I think he was sitting in the Monster. They showed him on ESPN.
Oh, they showed him?
Yeah, he was on there. We gotta find it. Find the clip.
Oh, I'm gonna roast him.
Yeah, you have to.
No, Keegan does a great job. He's good.
No, he's good people.
He knows his stuff, and we might even have him on this show. Who knows? Maybe I'll have to choose some night. Do I want Mike Kadlick or Keegan?
What about the both of us? We'll do a whole 4 hours. The trio.
If you bring pizza or Lambert's to the station, I brought Street Team Joe to Lambert's.
Oh yeah.
He met Nino, the owner.
Okay.
Nino gave us some new fresh chicken that he made from his food bar, and then I left with calzones and a pastrami sandwich.
Lambert's I haven't been to Lambert's in a bit, but it's good stuff. It really is.
When in Rome, dude. When in Rome.
Well, you see, the problem is, I think I'm too close to it, so it's like it's always an option.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'll go get Lambert's next time. Where if I wasn't as close,
it's like the Kowloon with me. It's right there. I can get it whenever I want.
Exactly.
It's bad. So
it's good though.
It's bad and good. And now the summer's coming, and they'll have outdoor and a
concert series, right?
Tiki bar and movies. All right, I'm late. I gotta go.
All right, Joe. Thanks
all right, man. Good catching up.
Appreciate you.
We'll do it again.
Let's do it.
Hey, do you think we can make the Emu Limu thing go with him or no?
Emu Lomu. The
Emu Lomu.
Emu Lomu. And Drake. You know how it's and Doug? Now
yes,
it's and
Drake. Yes.
Yeah.
Can we make? What do you think, Skaz?
Caleb Lomu and Drake.
Yeah.
It needs a little work.
Yeah.
It does need a little work. We'll work on it, guys.
All right, buddy. All right, Mike. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
Sports Illustrated, CLNS. He's Mike Kadlick. I got to go to break because I'm in trouble. Bye. Let's do the headline.
Sports Hub headlines.
Well, the Red Sox were winning, and now they're not. And it got his first major league loss in this one. But the Sox, Durbin had an RBI single. Connor Wong did okay. Cedon Rafaela reached. Wilyer Abreu had a sac fly. I mean, they kind of played pretty well. But they lost. Greg Weissert out. Randy Watson also had a... They'll pitch again. They'll play again tomorrow. The Pistons up 2-0 now over the Cavs. Thunder lead the Lakers 16-13 early. And while Carolina's got a 2-1 lead on the Flyers, they're about to go up 3-0 at the moment. Headlines, they are brought to you by... Hang on. Boston Pearl Therapy. Don't let joint pain keep you off the course or trail. Eliminate that pain with Dr. Frankie of Boston Pearl Therapy. I'm Joe Murray.
Attack the rim, deep three, violent two-hand slam. Wow.
98.5 Sports Hub.
You want a random take? Murray's got all sorts on stuff in the world unrelated to sports. So sit back, relax, and get your mind in the game and listen to the words of a grown man complaining.
Murray's Musings right here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm back, everybody. Our chat goes, where did Joe go? Where did Joe go? Well, right here. We had a long segment there, so we had to... it's how... Well, Skaz, to give you an update on the community table.
Please.
The cupcakes were gone. There was nothing to be seen. I'm almost curious if they listened to the show. I also feel as though when we now no longer want to share, we don't go out to the community table anymore.
Yeah, you and Street Team Joe had some strong thoughts on that last night.
Jake Seymour, I got to tell you, good human.
Oh, the best.
He goes, Joe, whenever you bring in food, he goes, I don't want to take much. I feel really bad. I go, dude, Jake, I want you to take every last drop.
Always welcome.
And he goes, I can't do that. He's like too polite. Now, every once in a while when there's free food here, provided food by our great partners, I look around, I grab a fork. Normally I use my hands. But I grab a fork, grab a couple of things, and I just walk away. I'm happy with the scrappings that I've gotten.
And they usually are scrappings by the time we walk in.
But there are a few people that when they're leaving, they look at that as, ooh, I don't have to cook dinner tonight. And they'll take the whole burger fries, the whole steak and cheese sub with the fries, or a couple of slices, and the box.
I kind of respect the move, Joe.
This is why I don't think any more than Ice Show should use the community table.
You feel very strongly about this.
I think we should keep it within our own show.
You're not letting out of your eyesight?
Well, not for nothing, Skaz. This isn't me bitching and complaining, but I am bitching and complaining because that's what the segment's about. That's exactly what Marty's Music is about. But we're the last show of the night. We come in at 7:00. Anything that's been here from earlier in the day, see you later, big boy. We don't get any of that. Like, everything that happens here from 6 to 6 is so important. Television. I am a wrestling fan. I have watched wrestling my whole entire life. I went to WrestleMania literally a couple of weeks ago. I watched WCW a lot. There was a time in my life where I actually thought WCW was better than WWE. Oh, Jesus. Scott Zolak.
Do you want me to leave you food for tomorrow night in the fridge?
Well, I don't want you to do that.
Why?
Well, I just feel as though... How about this? Next time
Did you hear Felger Mads bitching about the microwave?
No, I wanted to play that, but what happened? Can you tell me what they said?
Complaining about Paul Mead heating up fish in it. They're right. Nobody claims it.
Well, Zoe, just so you know, I'm not taking shots at you because you guys are a midday show that You guys have a lot of
we bang food drops, baby. We bang food drops.
And you guys have great partnerships with those rrestaurants.
Right.
You're doing
I was even calling to talk about food. I wanted to call Skaz and ask him how was Tatum's game 7. I was a box score. What was that triple-double, Skaz?
How's your head coach doing, Zoe?
See you, buddy.
Yeah, have a good night.
What a mic drop! What a mic drop! Holy smokes, guys!
I had a feeling that's why Zoe was coming.
You were ready!
You enjoyed that, Joe.
Actually, what I enjoyed more was... All right, guys, see you later.
I noticed no follow-up there, huh? No follow-up there, huh?
Well, I was trying to do an homage to Ted Turner. Forget about it. Keegan Stiefel from Nesson is leaving the Red Sox game. I saw you on TV.
Yeah, I'm leaving the game. I turn on the radio. I hear you talking about food. I had to jump on. I had to say, I wish we had this problem at Nesson. I really do.
Well, this is where it got started. Yesterday, there was cupcakes on the community table.
There was, yeah. They were right there for the taking. I will say, I'm sure the folks at home would assume that you were ready to jump on those cupcakes. Not a single cupcake taken by Joe.
Well, I did end up taking a cupcake. But, dude, what I wanted to do was take a full box for the guys back at the station.
Yeah, take care of your folks.
But that would be me being a hypocrite of what I just said.
It's true. You know what, Joe? I'll say this. Not a hypocrite. You stick by what you believe in, and I appreciate that. Because a guy like me, I snuck into the green room. I took a couple chicken tenders on the way home. I had to do it.
Well, dude, they were for us.
They were for us. You know what? If somebody tells me I'm buying you lunch, I'm taking the lunch every time.
See, Keegan, this is what I do on the show. This is a great discussion. And again, it was on the community table, correct?
Community table. It's for the taking. You walk out. It's right there for everybody. Here are some cupcakes. If you'd like one, take one home.
All right. So you were at the game. I saw you on the Green Monster. What were all those figures you had?
Yeah, I walked in. There were 4 of us. We got 4 figures. We got 4 of the 5. They had all the different, Red Sox uniforms. I will say, I had to go back and forth with some a-hole on Twitter, thinking that I was stealing figures from kids. Didn't take a single one home. I'm a man of the people. You know me, Joe. I'm walking around. I'm seeing kids. I say, hey, you want a figurine? You got the green, I'll give you the blue. You got the red, I'll give you the white. Whatever you want. So I did my best. I gave them away. None taken home from Keegan. The only thing I took home, $5 sunglasses outside of Fenway.
Ooh.
By the way, just so you guys know, the Yaki Report, the $5 program they sell outside of Fenway, I always support small business. Gave them a $5, got some sweet sunglasses. I took those home.
Did you just hear the call of Scott Zolak busting Skaz's balls?
I did. I appreciate that. That's a... If anybody's going to do anything at 10 p.m., bust somebody's balls,
Safe harbor is what we call it.
Safe harbor. Take care of them.
All right, Keegan, you in tomorrow?
I'm in. No, I'm not in tomorrow. I'll see you on Monday.
All right, everybody. Keegan live from the game. He really only has called one time because it says one call. That's Keegan. He works on Nesson. He's when everyone says, hey, who's that other guy? That's Keegan. And there he is. Hey, Mike and Braintree, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
What's up, brother?
I was just wondering, are you going to be at the card show this weekend?
Which card show is this one?
This is the one in at the mall in Marlboro. Pond,
yes.
I think.
Yes, sir. I'm not set up, though, but I will be there.
Excellent. I've been looking to do a deal with you, so hopefully we cross paths.
What do you got? What do you want to wheel and deal?
I got a couple Cooper flags, some Drake May stuff.
All right.
Just looking to unload some cards.
Next weekend, the 16th, I will be in Woburn at the Crown Plaza. Go look it up. I'll be there.
Okay, maybe I'll stop in there.
All right, buddy. Thanks, Mike.
All right, brother. Good talking to you.
You too, buddy. All right. Can I finish my Ted Turner homage? Ted Turner, literally. Is that what happened to Ted Turner? Vince McMahon was like, screw you, Ted. I tried to do an homage. Do you have the Zolak? Can I hear it again? No, the thing is, Zoe should have went with what I was talking about. Because I was pumping them up about all the great partners they have. And he goes, I don't care about that.
I wanted to call Skaz and ask him, how was Tatum's game 7? I was a box score. What was that triple-double, Skaz?
How's your head coach doing, Zoe?
See you, buddy.
That's going to the Hall of Fame.
What a mic drop!
That's going to the Hall of Fame, bro. It's going to the Hall. Does Tom Morgan have that already? He better have that now. You should put a sticky note for somebody tomorrow for that one. Would that be a today's takeaway?
I don't know if they'll be replaying that one tomorrow.
I don't think they'll replay that one either.
Zoe, always welcome to call into the night show.
Zoe, if we wouldn't bust your balls, you wouldn't bust our balls if we all didn't love each other.
Also weird, he didn't mention anything about Jaylen Brown and his antics post-game 7.
He only mentioned Jason Tatum.
That's odd. Very odd. Ted Turner, though, Joe.
Ted Turner owned Turner Broadcasting Network, like Cartoon Network and TNT and TBS. I think he married Jane Fonda, but I can't really remember. I could be right about that. Whatever. He wanted to bring wrestling to cable television. I already done this. Anyways, what he ended up doing was taking NWA, which was the Wrestling Alliance, and he brought it to, they called it World Championship Wrestling. So everything was still Southern, right? Down south, the way they taught everything. But he was sick of Vince McMahon. And it became Billionaire Ted. And he ended up saying, all right, how do I beat Vince McMahon? Oh, that was my Southern voice. I don't have a good Southern voice. Billionaire Ted, how do I beat Vince McMahon? And he hired Eric Bischoff. And Eric Bischoff goes, give me live TV on Monday nights. Well, WWE at the time was doing Monday Night Raws, but they weren't live, Skaz. They were just played. So when they went live, they started spoiling the WWE shows live on their show so nobody would go over and watch. It was a good tactic at the time, except it bit them. When Mankind, Cactus Jack, beat The Rock on Monday Night Raw, they said, yeah, Mankind beat The Rock on Monday Night Raw. We already had that guy. Who cares? Everyone turned the channel to watch Mankind beat The Rock. It was like the worst tactic ever. And that's when the Monday Night Wars started. But what really, really, really started the Monday Night Wars, and I will say, I mean this out of respect, Ted Turner really tried to go head-to-head with Vince McMahon and knew nothing about wrestling. And had paycheck. He had a piggy bank, bro. And let's just say a lot of people got paid. A lot of people made a lot of money, made a living, and Hulk Hogan was one of them. But it also influenced one of the biggest heel turns in history. And I would say, why don't we hear that right now? Because it's not, I know Ted Turner is the guy. This is the guy who created this. He hired Eric Bischoff, who hired Hulk Hogan, who hired Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, and which ended up becoming the New World Order, the biggest, faction in wrestling history, would you say? People may compete that in Degeneration X, whatever. It was the same time. It was the Attitude Era. But this is the biggest moment in wrestling history, if you ask me. Let's hear it, Skaz. I threw it in the Slack if you got it, if you need it. But Ted Turner, everybody, passed away yesterday. And I mean this like for real. Vince McMahon outlived Ted Turner. It probably should have happened. But in the long run, did Vince McMahon really beat Ted Turner? I have to think about that.
Hogan's here! Hulk Hogan is in the building! You damn right he is! Go get him, Hulkster! Yeah, but whose side is he on? What are you talking about? Whose side is he on? What are you talking about? Yes, sir! Get him, Hogan! Go get him, baby! Come on and get some of this now! Who's bad now, boys? Hulk Hogan arrived. Hulk. What is he doing? My God! Is he the third man? He's the third man! What the hell is going on here? Hulk Hogan has betrayed WCW. He is the third man. Look at this picture. Oh my God! What the hell is going on? Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Probably the lowest shot ever given to professional wrestling. That man did right there, Hulk Hogan. Let's get everybody out of the dressing room right now and kick his rear end.
The announcers are tremendous.
Tony Schiavone's still going. He's in AEW now. Dusty Rhodes no longer with us, but his son, Cody, is the WWE champion. And it's always funny whenever Skaz plays because Bobby Heenan, what side is he on?
What side is he on?
and Dusty Rhodes is like, what are you talking about? Like, kind of like, are you crazy? Oh, it's the greatest moment in wrestling history still to this day.
And it's still like hits. Like the YouTube video, it's still, I think it's the announcers.
Yeah, Tony Schiavone's still with us. Kevin Nash is still with us. Scott Hall's not. Macho Man's not. And again, John Cena had his heel turn. It was huge. I mean, with social media, they would probably tell you that John Cena's was bigger. I'm still talking about it today. But that was Ted Turner. He empowered people to be different. And he was billionaire Ted. I mean, I think TNT and TBS are doing all right? I think so. I mean, still going.
I also learned that he managed an MLB baseball game.
Oh yeah, and didn't he own the Braves?
Yes, and he tried to manage. Well, he did manage a game, and he lost.
And he sold everything to AOL, I believe, at the time, America Online. Oh, dude, Braves on TBS was my childhood. They were my third favorite team growing up, because the Yankees were my second. Not because they were my favorite though. All right, Skaz. We're a little against it, aren't we? Well, why don't we do this? The Red Sox lost. Oh, we already did the headline or no?
We already did the 10 o'clock, so we're okay.
Okay.
We're in good shape.
Do you think I can take a call, or are we?
Oh, yeah. We got a friend on the line.
All right. So Musings is over. Now, let's talk to our good friend, Beer Joe in Medford on the line. Hi, Beer Joe.
Yo, Joe. What's up?
What's up?
How we living?
I'm living color. How you doing?
Joe, I'm banging my head against the wall again for 2 years in a row now. After the Knicks series last year, now this year after the Sixers series, I'm banging my head against the wall 2 years in a row. Why?
Yeah, man. Why?
Joe, the Celtics blow a 3-1 series lead in the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. The first time in Celtics franchise history. Disgusting. Makes me want to throw up.
It is disgusting, and I think a lot of people throw up.
Yeah, after watching Game 7, I decided to get surgery on my legs because I can't stand this team. Yeah, it's tough to even watch. Joe, I agree with you. I don't like a lot of the Celtics coverage on the station, but some of it's too much rage bait. But you had a great show on Sunday morning after Game 7. It was tremendous. you spoke the truth. You were authentic. This is what makes you appealing. You really said what was wrong with the Celtics.
Thank you. What would Beer Joe do now with the Celtics going forward?
Yeah, so Rome Battle, I got to shout out Rome Battle, tremendous show on Friday, May 1st, in the afternoon. Sarone's a smart guy. He knows what's up with the Celtics. That was probably one of the best shows he's had. But,
What are you laughing at?
Joe, this season, it almost makes you realize, like, the regular season and the playoffs are two completely different things. The Celtics were the 2 seed. We expected the Celtics to make a deep run, but I guess the Celtics weren't as good as we thought they were.
Yeah, man. I don't know, dude. What are they going to do?
Yeah, I mean, this series, they got exposed. Like, they got to have some more ball movement and player movement. When you pound the ball into the ground, and it's like everybody's just staring at the other players on offense. They're just standing on 3-point. They're staring at each other. Nobody's moving. What's going on? Oh,
I know. Brad Stevens said he was pissed.
It was like the Celtics were taking turns. It was like one possession was Jalen's possession, the next possession was Jason's possession, and they were just playing 1 versus 5. It was like one Celtics player on offense versus 5 Sixers defenders. This is 1 versus 5. What do we do?
Beer Joe, what'd you think of the starting 5 in Game 7?
Yeah, that was questionable, Joe. It brings me back to what you were talking about earlier this week. It's the same thing with Cora. Mazzulla and Cora, are they setting that starting lineup in spite of their general manager? I don't know. Was Mazzulla setting that starting lineup because he was taking a shot at the organization? I don't know what happened.
So you heard that?
Yeah. You've had great shows all week, man. You and Skess.
People think I. You know what it is now? I can't look at anything for what it is anymore. Like when Joe Mazzulla puts out that lineup, the sniffer comes right out, man. I started sniffing, and it smells. And it just seemed like they wanted... I'm not saying they wanted to throw the game, but how is that what was best for the team?
Yeah. Yeah, you remember when Joe Mazzulla did the media scrimmage at the beginning of the season? The Celtics coaches played the media guys in a pickup game, and so I think Mazzulla might be setting that lineup in spite. I know you love Ron Harper. I think Ron's a good player.
I love Ron Harper, but I don't want him to start a Game 7.
Exactly. Yeah.
You like Giannis?
No, Joe. Look, the thing is about this Philly series was crazy. This Celtics has never won a 3-1 series in franchise history. But the thing is, Joe, the Sixers played like the Sixers was Tyrese Maxey. I'm telling you, this dude is a problem. Guy played amazing. The Celtics had no answer for him. The Celtics, once Embiid showed up halfway through the series, and the Celtics just had no answer. VJ Edgecombe, that guy's special. VJ Edgecombe, I wish he was a Celtic. Special.
Yeah.
But Joe, this all comes down to the Celtics having to play half-court offense, which they can't. They can't play half-court offense. During the regular season, Celtics are used to scoring from their defensive stops or their defensive rebounds. But in the playoffs, it's totally different. They don't get as many defensive turnovers, defensive rebounds, so they're more in half-court, and they struggle. Yeah, it's tough.
Mm-hmm. Anything else going on?
Yeah, the JB stuff, man. Look, hey, I just want to say, dear JB, the Boston fans love JB. The Boston fans want JB. I want JB to be here forever. I will take a charge for Jaylen Brown. I will set a screen for Jaylen Brown.
You would take that could be a good Valentine's gift for you. I would take a charge for you.
Jaylen Brown is an amazing person on and off the court. I think Jaylen Brown is an amazing person, and he can continue to grow and develop.
Yeah. Who do you think? Who's better, Tatum or Brown?
No, I think you got Tatum, Brown, and Brad Stevens. Those three pieces together.
You can only pick one, Beer Joe. You can only pick one.
You know,
you can only pick. Can you pick one?
The thing is, like, after Game 7, Jaylen Brown runs home, hops on his computer, goes on stream and complains about the referees. This is what Scott says. Does the Celtics leader go home and complain about the refs on the computer, on the internet? Is that what a leader does? Is that what a team captain does? What kind of behavior do you want your team leader, your team captain to do after the loss?
Yeah.
All right, Joe, would Teddy Bruschi do that? If Teddy Bruschi lost the game, would he go home and hop on Twitch and complain about the refs? Would Teddy Bruschi do that? Would Matt Light go home and complain on the internet? Matt Light, I got called for a holding. When. Matt Light wouldn't do that. Matt Light's a savage. I love that guy. Logan Mankins, like, these dudes wouldn't go on the internet and complain. Like, this series makes you question everything. Who is Jaylen Brown? Who are the Celtics? Who is this team? Who's the coach? Who's the best player? What's their offensive identity? What are they trying to do on offense? This series tears down the fundamentals of the Celtics organization. Who are the Celtics? Who are the Celtics organization? What do they want to do? Who are they?
All right.
I don't even know.
All right, Beer Joe. Thank you, man. Thank you. I don't think I know how to help him. He listens a lot, though. Knows a lot. Knows the dates, guys, when you give your take.
I love Beer Joe.
There's a lot of pauses in there.
He's full of information.
Yeah, no, he knows the stuff. He laughs at himself, too. Or is it me? All right, guys, we should go to break. All right, everybody, you're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on The Sports Hub.
to be the freaking frat boy animal children in the sales department. It has to be. The people do you see the stuff that is left in that refrigerator? Do you ever take a look in there?
Oh, I like when there's milk and you pick it up and it's like cement because it's 3 months old.
It's like mortar.
Yeah. Yes.
A piece of bread in a Ziploc bag. Just sit there for like 2 weeks. Never mind. And so I take it upon myself every so often to just throw crap out because it's so rude.
It's a good strategy.
It's just you're like a bunch of high school teenage boys. But anyway, this happens too. Sorry for the long lead-in. It is bad. Are you listening, Moscatel? It's bad microwave etiquette if your item is on the clock and you're heating it up and say there's 45 seconds left in your heating to just hit the door eject and then take the item out and leave the 45 seconds on the clock.
All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. So that is Michael Felger of Felger and Maserati upset about the community microwave. So far, I'm on his side. Now, I'm not going to blame anybody because, you know what? Quite frankly, Skaz, if it's a community microwave, it could be anybody. It could be anybody. I will say this. If we're here, let's just say we're here 250 days a year, I might use the microwave 10 to 15 times.
Yeah, as you know, I'm a peanut butter and jelly guy 9 out of 10 times, so I'm not really. I've seen that microwave. It is a horror show, though. It is disgusting.
Oh, I'm not going in there.
Oh, the inside of that microwave is as bad as I've ever seen.
We might as well just throw it away and get a new one.
You would think.
Yeah. There is an air fryer out there as well.
That I've never touched, I'll be honest with you.
I've used it once when I had to stay at the hotel
yes.
during the snow game.
Yes.
I did heat up a bagel in there, actually. Now, usually you do a bagel in a toaster. I like to do it in the air fryer. So that you're saying now there's more, Skaz, than just that? There's actually more to this rant?
A lot more, Joe. Would you like some?
Yeah, please.
It's just rude. It's not thinking about the person coming up next to you. So, I'm ready to take it. And then you just leave it there. And now I'm the one that has to press clear, reset. That's an old thing. I can't really see very well. I'm crouching down.
Well, especially this one because it is low.
It's low. It's dark. It's not. It's old and it's beat up and it's not exactly responsive.
You can't even read the keys on it.
Exactly.
Really.
So I got to go down. It's like, where's the off button? And it's just so rude. Listen, there's people coming in after you. It's just a small little thing that drives me nuts. It's like, just think for a second about someone else other than you and your dopey sandwich.
Do you feel that strongly about the timer on the microwave, Joe?
It's very low.
I thought this would have been a cleanliness complaint from Mike if I had to guess.
It's very low. What's the difference between what Mike is saying about the microwave and what I'm saying about the community food? Like he says, think about the next guy. Well, when you're taking stuff, are you thinking about the next guy?
I like how you've brought this full circle.
Because it's about my agenda.
Of course.
Not his.
Naturally. Mike could respect that.
Yeah, that's right. Is there any more?
Of course.
Okay.
God, it's so rude.
I thought you were going to talk about the splatter.
Yeah, there's a lot of splatter in there.
And whoever just cleaned that, thank you. That's God's work. That
I bet
thing
you it was Lawrence.
So disgusting in there. I heat up stuff all the time. I put a lid on it.
Right, it's a container.
These frat boy children in our sales department. That's who I'm blaming.
Oh, it's them.
They must just put bowls of spaghetti in there without any cover on it. It's just like it's just stuff's just splattering all over the place.
Oh, it's a fireworks show.
And then with the minute and 30 seconds left, they just open the door Leave the door open, the time on, and the thing filthy. Oh, I got my spaghetti. Oh, I got my spaghetti. I just can't stand rude, inconsiderate children. Take it to 0, press clear yourself, and close the door. God.
The cleanliness, I would agree with. I didn't even know it was cleaned. That's how little I used the microwave. But whoever did do that, Maz is right. That is God's work there. That was one disgusting microwave.
I would have gotten rid of it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Joe. I would have tossed that thing.
Microwaves can't be that expensive these days, right?
No, it can't be, right? TVs are relatively cheap.
Felger's got great impersonations, though.
I bet Felger knows who those twins are.
Oh, the
Bopsy twins. Bet you Felger knows who they are.
I bet you he does. Is that it? Is there really anything else?
That is it. Okay. That is the end.
I kind of like playing other shows' content because they play our content all the time.
I'm for it. It's good publicity for everybody, I think.
So while we're at it, can we go back to hearing some of the Star Wars stuff? By the way, okay, if you want sports, the Red Sox lost 8-4 tonight. Their bullpen blew the game. Their young starting pitcher kept them in it, but the bullpen blew it. There's really nothing more on the Mike Vrabel stuff. The Jaylen Brown stuff, I don't know what else we can say. The Bruins are out of the playoffs. We had a Revs guest on tonight. They're hot. They've won 5 in a row at home. So I don't know what the 76ers are going to lose. The Pistons are up 2-0. Anything else? I mean, is there anything else to add in the sports world? We even did draft talks, guys. We did draft talk. So there was May the 4th was this week. And a bunch of us were asked to do some sounders. And really the guess was to use Star Wars quotes, but have Fred try to identify who it was.
Han, Mabuki, Kili, Kalia, Kuka.
Was that R2-D2 or a Wookiee? What was that?
Gino, Waba, Muba, Outmion, Nucha, Jedi.
That's Sarge.
I think they said that was a Jawa, maybe.
A Jawa, okay, not
I
me.
think.
I don't know much about Star Wars, but I've seen them. I'll give you another one. Can we save that in hockeys in case like we ever like need one? That's Chase too. Live.
The one and only.
Okay, it's wicked funnier when you hear it with headphones on. It's so much funnier. That's what he thinks Chewbacca sounds like. Okay. Okay.
Cody job to do, yeah, Bob. Cody job to do, yeah, wow. Cody job to do, yeah, hallelujah, move.
What about, is there any Darth Vader in there?
No, I am not your father.
That's me breathing. Oh.
No, I am not your father.
Do you have the other one that we did years ago? That was real. It was real. The one with the Star Wars. The one we did that was live on TV, on here, was better than a produced one. It's always better when it's authentic. Anyways, tomorrow night, Skaz is off. I'll be here. George is the producer tomorrow night, George Sepulveda, and Street Team
the People's
Joe.
Champ.
So tomorrow night, it's me. with George running the board, which street team, Joe? Do you think you're going to get texts about what happens on the show? Here we go. That was real. That was. It's better than the.
Brody job to do, rub. Brody job to do, Brody job to do, hallelujah move.
Oh, we gotta get out of here. Oh, it's so stupid. So, the sports. I'm